He's From Joe Yenny Stadium in Metairie, it's Archbishop Rummel football as this evening the Raiders battle the Brother Martin Crusaders. And a pleasant good evening to you. Ken Trahan along with the coach Easton Roth. Andres Fuentes will be along with sideline reports during the course of the game. Well, the Raiders and the Crusaders renewing their rivalry. It's been a good one over an extended period of time. Andres will have details on that coming up. Brother Martin comes in with a record of 3-4 overall, 1-2 in District 9 5A, but the Crusaders have won their last two games, including a thrilling 26-22 win over Holy Cross a week ago after beating Bastrop the week before that. Rummel comes in at 5-1, 2-1 in District 9 5A. The Raiders coming off of a comeback 22-21 win over Jesuit at Yeoman Stadium a week ago. Easton, obviously a great rivalry here when you have these two teams together. You've been part of many of these, and it's been one of those rivalries that's been topsy-turvy. It's been one way or the other. Seldom has it been back and forth every year. It's been a streaky rivalry.
It has been, Kenny. For some reason, Rummel goes on a streak. He wins 5 or 6 or 8 in a row. One time it was 14 in a row, something like that when Jay was coaching. But it's always been a very competitive rivalry. It's always been a very good rivalry between two great schools. And, I look for that to continue tonight because Brother Martin, as you said, has won the last two. We'll talk about it later. We know Rummel right now has some serious injury problems. They haven't been playing well from what we expected them to be, Kenny. So I think this ball game is going to be a lot closer than what most people think tonight. A big factor, though, is we'll talk about, Kenny. I'm sure people listening to us can hear the wind right now blowing, and that's also going to be a factor in this game.
Major factor. We'll get into that as we give you the weather forecast in just a bit. Mark Moniz in his 9th year at Brother Martin, a record of 59-38 overall. Crusaders in the semifinals a year ago lost to Scotlandville 18-16. Jay Roth, of course, in his 23rd year at Rummel, a record of 224 wins and 58 defeats. And Coach Roth, over the years against Brother Martin, is 18-4. He's had a really good record against the Crusaders. Mark Moniz 2-6 against Rummel as the head coach at Brother Martin, but one of those was a big victory last year, 27-22, as Brother Martin rallied in a final minute at Tag Gormley to beat the Raiders in a thrilling game, and it kind of set in motion Brother Martin's season. They went to the semifinals, and it kind of really sent Rummel's season the other way.
It did, Kenny. I thought last year's victory at Brother Martin was huge. Brother Martin, of course, last year, a very talented football team. So was Rummel. They beat Rummel right at the end. Brother Martin advances. Rummel goes like in a little tailspin after that, Kenny. So tonight, though, I think we're going to see one heck of a high school football game between two, storied high school programs.
Archbishop Rummel and Brother Martin. We'll take a time out here. When we continue in just a moment, you'll hear from Rummel head coach Jay Roth. You are listening to and watching Rummel football on WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and at CrescentCitySports.com. That's it. You got the microphone face your mouth. That way the wind won't blow like it is. That's it. Now you'll sound a lot better.
Your attention, please. You can listen to tonight's game on WGSO 590 AM and watch it live at CrescentCitySports.com with Rummel Hall of Fame inductees Ken Trahan and Easton Roth, along with Andres Fuentes, class of 2016. That's WGSO 590 AM and CrescentCitySports.com.
Ken Trahan. All right, this will be Coach Roth for Brother Martin in 3, 2, 1.
Come see the great things happening at Archbishop Rummel High School's open house, November 2nd.
Ken Trahan with Archbishop Rummel head coach Jay Roth. Jay, another Catholic League game tonight. Brother Martin, worthy opponent and an improving football team.
Yeah, I mean, Brother Martin made it very clear they started the season playing some rough teams, and it was by design, and they've tended to play their best football the last 2 years at the end of the season.
Yeah, 2 good wins for them that they've had most recently. Last week was an interesting week for the Raiders. Struggled for much of the game, but what was significant is that this team found a way to win in the fourth quarter, which has always been a Rummel staple until the last year or so.
It has, and I was glad we came back in the fourth quarter and won. But you know, Kenny, I'm watching TV today, and I'm seeing the most prolific offense in college football held to 10 points in regulation, Oklahoma State. I see Acadiana give up 34 straight points to Sulphur, so stuff happens in football. It's a crazy game. That's why you got to play it. So tonight being a Catholic League game, the goal is to win by 1.
Injuries have been an issue. No excuses. Everybody deals with it. It's been an unusual year for you in that regard, though.
Yeah, and I think Brother Martin, too, has them where guys are out. We get season-ending injuries, and it's all on one side of the ball, it seems to be. So the next guy up has always been our motto over the 20-some years at Rummel, but the next guy up is young, and they probably should be playing JV football, but they're going to give it their best tonight.
When you look at this matchup, I guess your keen interest, your most serious interest would have to be up front, and how well you match up on both sides up front with them.
Well, it's been that way all season. That's been a part of our team that doesn't have the depth. Offensive line, the defensive line. Defensive line's held together and done well. Offensive line has been mishmash of different people in and out all year, so we got a different lineup tonight, and hopefully this might be the answer.
Last but not least, they beat you in the last minute last year, and that really kind of changed your season. I'm sure that's something that your team remembers.
It does. I mean, we were undefeated. I don't think we were looking forward to what was coming up the following week, but we scored with 1:15 left to take the lead, and they came back, marched right down the field to beat us. So the kids have been reminded of that all week.
Best of luck to you this evening.
All right, Kenny, thank you.
When we return in just a moment, we'll have the national anthem and, of course, the start of our game. It's Rummel and Brother Martin. Back in just a moment. This is Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and watch it live at CrescentCitySports.com.
And your Archbishop Rummel Raiders. At this point in time, we ask that everyone please rise for the invocation and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
That we're in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
We may be coming back on the national anthem, so if we come back and you just hear the anthem, we'll just go and join in progress.
We thank you for the strong faith in these two Catholic schools, Archbishop Rummel and Brother Martin. We ask you to continue to strengthen us in our faith and always help us to brotherhood as we seek to build up the kingdom of God. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this competition, we ask you to bless these athletes. May they give glory to you by using their talents to the best of their abilities. Keep them safe from injury and harm. Instill in them respect for each other and brotherly love. And reward them for their perseverance, both on and off the field. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom.
And make sure we're not in delay, okay? Make sure we're not in delay. Yeah, make sure, because we got a sideline reporter.
St. John Baptiste de La Salle, pray for us. Live Jesus in our hearts forever. Thank God Almighty. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Rummel High School Band with a national anthem on a windy evening. I'm sure you can hear the wind in the background. The skies are mostly cloudy. The temperature is 79 degrees, and the humidity is 84%. There is rain in the forecast later. Let's hope it's not at some point during the game. The wind is out of the east-southeast at 12, but it's gusting to 15 or 17 miles per hour. Will be a factor here tonight, and obviously could factor into the decision here with the coin toss. Captains are going to meet at the center of the field momentarily. Aaron Brule for Rummel, along with Glenn Thurman, Evan Francione, and Jamar Chase. And the captains for Brother Martin tonight include the quarterback John Paul Pierce, and he is joined by Ben Chaplin, also Jackson Grubbs, and Zach Rowe. Brother Martin will be adorned in their white jerseys, white pants, and of course their Arnett helmets and numerals and old gold trim. Archbishop Rummel in their scarlet red jerseys, white numerals, white pants, white helmets with the R emblazoned on them, and of course Columbia blue trim to go along with it. So the coin toss taking place. We'll check in with Andres Fuentes coming up here right after the coin toss.
And Kenny, it's great to see two teams like Brother Martin and Rummel in classic high school uniforms. Okay.
Yeah, great traditions, great
tradition represented out there by both of these schools wearing what made them famous. The classic, colors of Brother Martin and Rummel High School. It's great.
So many friends on both sides of the equation, yes. And I have the great privilege of doing games for a lot of these schools, including Brother Martin, and thoroughly enjoyed doing that with Chandler Rose and Lenny Sumich. Rummel has won the toss, and they have deferred. So there you go. Yeah. Rummel has won the toss. They have deferred, so Rummel's going to take the wind to start the ball game. Brother Martin's going to get the ball first, so that's how this one is going to get started momentarily. The third member of our broadcast team is Andres Fuentes, who settled on the Archbishop Rummel sideline, and Andres is standing by with this update. Andres, good evening to you. How's it going down there? Go ahead, Andres. All right, obviously he's not hearing us. Make sure there's no delay there. I'll say it again. So he would be hearing us. Andres, if you hear us, go ahead, buddy.
I think I want to say, God almighty, that it is not raining or lightning. I did have to come from Baton Rouge today, and it was doing that. But clear skies today, except for a mild wind. But let's get to the game. So basically, these teams have a sort of a rivalry going on in the regular season. So before Jay Roth came to the team, Brother Martin did win 12 consecutive games, and then once Jay Roth came to the team as head coach, Rummel then in turn won 12 games in a row. And so it's been very consistent, very back and forth with these teams. Last year, Rummel did take the crown. They won 27-22, and Rummel has won 5 of the last 6, and they lead the series overall 25-23.
All right, Andres, thank you very much. Good stuff. And here we go with Freebird set to kick it off. Gilliard deep to receive with Faust. Kick is in the air, and it's going to be returnable for Gilliard from the 6 upfield to the 10 to the 15. Escapes at the 20, and now is going to be wrapped up at about the 23. So Brother Martin will start its first possession from about its own 23-yard line to get things started here this evening. John Paul Pierce will be the Brother Martin quarterback as he returns after a very good season a year ago. The numbers this year not as prolific thus far. It's rushed for 45 yards, passed for 1,035 though. 56% completions, 2 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. And they will line it up on first down. Pierce will have Josh Payne Morgan in the backfield with him. Smith, their normal running back, injured. He's not playing tonight. Chris Smith. Snap it. Going to run Payne Morgan left, and he's going to get a yard or 2 to the 25. So Joshua Payne Morgan gets 2 to the 25, and it's going to be 2nd down and 8.
Joshua Payne Morgan, only a sophomore, 6 foot, 183 pounds. That's 28 carries, 72 yards coming to the ball game. Brother Martin set the formation that time into the wide side of the field with trips and came back and countered back to the short side. Rummel was ready for it, held him to a gain of 2 yards. Wide side, right side of the field, 2nd down and 8. Crusaders at their own 25, opening possession of the game. Rummel in the 4-man front this time, expecting to run. Fakes it, he'll keep it on the outside. He's got room, 30, 35 and more, 40, 45, 50. He's all the way down to the Rummel 45-yard line. Big run for John Paul Pierce and a first down. Off the fake, the backside was wide open. Well, good job by Pierce that time. He read that zone read perfectly. Nobody had the quarterback. Everybody went after the dive man, and he got out there. There was nobody in the quarterback. He turned it upfield and made a huge run for a large first down. And good job by Pierce. You know, he only had 45 rushes for 17 yards. Well, he made up for that in a hurry right there, Kenny.
They didn't respect him running the ball, and he just burned him big time. 30 yards and a first down. Pierce wants to throw. Rolling to the right. He's got time. He stops. He lofts it deep. Man wide open, but overshot him on the move as the receiver got behind the defensive back, but he was stumbling and wasn't able to get there. That was Devon Moore.
I tell you what, Devon Moore, if he doesn't trip, Brother Martin's kicking the extra point, okay? Good job time by Brother Martin. All the action went to the left. Quarterback Pierce rolls out to the right. Devon Moore comes right down the middle of the seam, splits the secondary, and is wide open. Tripped up a little bit. Still almost came up with the ball, Kenny.
2nd and 10, Crusaders at the Rummel 45-yard line. Opening possession of the game, and they're going to run Morgan to the left. He's going to be hit by Brotherton for a loss. So Shane Brotherton with penetration on his linebacker spot gets there and knocks him for a 3-yard loss. It will be 3rd and 13.
Good job that time by Shane Brotherton. We've called this number a lot of times this year, Kenny. 5'9", 205. Looks like he came clean. Somebody missed an assignment that time. That's the play that started the game off with. Brotherton right there to rack him for about a 2-yard loss, bringing up a 3rd and about 12 or 13.
His 31st tackle and his 7th tackle for a loss this year. 3rd and 13 at the 48-yard line.
Rummel in the 3-deep secondary, 3-man rush, so on the corner blitz, but only rush three.
Going to gun it deep down the middle of the field, incomplete.
Good play.
Well defended on the play by Eric Peedy, as the pass was intended for number 6, Brady Faust, and that will force a punt.
Hey, Brady Faust is the leading receiver, 22 catches, 328 yards. He wanted a little bit pass interference that time, but good job by Peedy coming over the last minute and breaking up that pass, and Chase Dunbar goes back in single safety for the Raiders.
Let's watch the punt with the wind affecting him. Alfonso to punt it away.
Oh, it's going to defect it.
Matthew Alfonso to punt. Jamar Chase is deep. He'll punt it, and he hits it very well. That's a beautiful punt. Fair catch called for and taken at the 9. So great punt by Alfonso. Pins Rummel back at its own 9-yard line with 10:03 to play in the first quarter. And no score, so the Raiders go on offense for the first time deep in its own territory.
And Ken, this is not what Rummel was looking for by choosing to kick off. They were hoping to hold him down there and force a punt to be a short punt, get the ball maybe around the 30 or 40-yard line. Now Rummel's got it at their own 10-yard line.
Well,
you know, they're going into the win, so this will be different here.
The challenge for Rummel will be how to mount a running game with a patched-up offensive line that will have Anthony Harrison at center. The guards will be Evan Couget and Ethan Bainsfather. The tackles, Dominic Sawicki and Zach Smith on 1st and 10. Rummel at its own 9. Spread it out with a 4-receiver set, as they like to do. They run Jackson on a zone play, cuts back, finds a yard or two, and then driven back.
Not much.
Not much there, as Brother Martin is there to shut it down, and a good job by the Crusaders and Brendan Brown to make the tackle.
You know, it had a little hole there for a while, Kenny, but he kind of stutter step and cut back.
But that's his style, yeah.
Right, and that's his style. If he'd have hit it straight ahead, he may have had 4 or 5 yards more than what he got, but the hole was there, but he closed up.
2nd and 8 from the 11-yard line. Jackson remains in the backfield with Fields, and a 4-receiver set, 3 to the left. Snapping and flags. Fields wants to throw a slant, and it's incomplete. In the seam to Walker. Outstretched hands, couldn't pull it in. It's going to be 3rd and 8.
He was looking for really a great receiver, and Jeremy Walker. He's had some big games for the Rummel Raiders. 23 catches, 326 yards. That ball right there was thrown a little bit high. No pressure on Fields that time. Just not a very accurate throw. Rummel comes up with 3rd and 8, and this is a must first down here.
Jacob Renton in at wide receiver, replacing the injured Coy Moore. Godspeed to him. On 3rd and 8, snap it, 4-man rush, steps up, Fields looking, steps away from one, he's sacked back at the 6-yard line. The Crusader pressure was there, and he's down for a loss, and Rummel's going to have to punt from deep in its own territory. The sack by Ben Chaplin.
Good defense that time by the Brother Martin, especially in the secondary. Fields wanted to throw the ball, looking for a short route of some kind, just to pick up the necessary 8 or 9 yards. Everybody was covered, chose to run the ball, and Brother Martin was right there. Good job by the Crusader defense. Rummel 3 and out, and the Crusaders will come up with great field position after this punt by Freebert.
Chris Freebert has to punt from his own end zone, and standing in Rummel territory at about the 40-yard line.
Let's see if they come after it here.
Brother Martin looks to have a safety on here in terms of the punt return.
Yeah.
Now they put 10 up. Now they're coming.
Oh, they're coming.
Here they come. Big rush. Freebert got it off. And it's a pretty good punt. It's going to bounce at the 40.
Getting a good roll.
Rummel bounce, picked up at the 50. Faust retreats, and Faust gets hit, and Faust gets hit again, and finally goes down at about the 48. Turns out to be a good punt with little or no return. Good job by Freebert for the Raiders. And Brother Martin will have very good field position with 8:23 to play in the first and no score.
I was surprised by Faust even attempting to field that punt. You know, he was surrounded by Rummel Raiders, made a nice catch, and hey, he almost broke a couple of tackles. But Brother Martin right here, ball down 48-yard line, no score here. Great field position for the Crusaders. They had a couple receivers wide open early on their first possession. Let's see if they decide to go back to the pass. But Kenny, what I would try again would be that zone read.
He did a great job of fielding that punt because it would have cost him about 10 more yards had he let it bounce. First and 10 Crusaders at their own 48-yard line. Pistol formation with Pierce. Man in motion into the formation. And the speed sweep running left with room. And the cutback and good yardage here, 5-6 yards. And that's L.J. Gilliard, I believe, for the Crusaders, who gets it to about the 47 of the Raiders. So Gilliard with a nice first down gain of about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
See that speed sweep right there. If that down man, that down offensive line, the line of scrimmage can turn that defensive end or keep him from coming across the line of scrimmage, which they did right there, and they picked up a quick 6 yards here, Kenny.
2nd down and 5 on a gain of 5 from the Rummel 47-yard line. Here's the snap, fakes it, going to throw it outside. Wide open receiver caught. That'll be a first down, playing way off of him. And a first down for Brother Martin inside the 40 and down to the 39-yard line is their best receiver, Brady Faust, on the catch from Pierce.
Nothing fancy about that play, you know. Just a little bitty short, like stop route. Faust ran about 5 yards and knew we needed for the first down. Turn around, Pierce delivered it. Powell was there to make the tackle. They played offense. First down, Brother Martin at the rate of 39-yard line.
First completion of the game. It goes for 8 yards and a first down. Faust has him in good position here at the Rummel 39. Snap it, wants to throw it. He has all day, throws it outside. That's caught. Receiver steps up, gets a first down again, it appears. Again, given room and a nice time throw. Right on the money. And Faust again on the catch. Boy, they're giving Brady Faust a lot of room. And a first down, Brother Martin.
They giving him a lot of room. Great route, great move after he caught the ball. And I tell you what, John Paul Pierce has put the ball right on target. He only had 2 TDs through for 1,035 yards. And right now he is sharp and those receivers are wide open in that Rummel secondary.
11-yard gain and a first down. Faust has caught both passes thus far. On first down, here comes a sweep to the right. That's not going to work. As Aaron Brule, playing near the line of scrimmage, fires and makes a play as he gets to Ryan Rouge and stops him cold for no gain.
Yeah, Aaron Brule, the linebacker, good job that time. 6'1", 205, has 23 tackles. But nothing going that time, held Brother Martin to no gain. Good defense by Brule.
2nd and 10 from the Rummel 28-yard line. Faust is split wide left this time. Drawing coverage from Caleb Powell, who's right up on him now.
They're going to have trouble at inside receiver to the right.
Snap it. They're going to run it with Rouge inside, and he's bottled up again. Brotherton was there, and he got him. And then Brule and Fury helped finish him off.
It's going to be interesting to see if they don't come back with that same set with the Twins over to the wide side of the field. Nobody had the inside receiver that time. He was wide open on a quick slant. Let's see if they come back with it.
3rd and 10 from the 28-yard line.
Up at the left side.
6 minutes and counting first quarter. No water break tonight with the windy weather.
Well, Rummel has it covered this time.
On 3rd and 10, Raiders showing a 4-man front. Haven't blitzed yet. And they don't hear. They rush 3 and pressure by Thurman. Flushes him out. Throws it down the field. Batted down.
Great play.
That's a beautiful play. Oh, here comes a flag, and I don't see that at all. Wow. They throw a flag on Ron Franklin, who looked like he made an outstanding play.
There was no way. I tell you, that was a great defensive play by Franklin. I don't know how in the world you can call pass interference on that. Holy cow.
Just saw the replay again, and it looked like a good play.
It was a great play. There was no way.
2-sport star, looked like he made a very fine play.
Well, they're having a discussion right here with the referee.
Well, I can't imagine you'd overrule it. It's interference here. They're going to call it. Yeah. There it is.
Man.
That's a huge penalty and a first down for Brother Martin. We'll put them in the red zone.
I mean, I can't see the replay, but to me that was just...
Well, I just saw it.
Yeah. Well, you saw it yourself. It was as good a play as you could make, okay?
14-yard penalty and a first down to the 14-yard line for the Crusaders, who have the first possession of the red zone in this game. Whew. Big call there. Pierce will line up in shotgun once more. Takes the snap, fakes it, throws the slant, and that's caught for a touchdown. The Crusaders will jump on top. Touchdown, Devon Moore, beautifully timed throw, and Brother Martin takes a 6-0 lead on a 14-yard pass from Pierce to Devon Moore.
Well, I tell you, Brother Martin came to this football game and said, we're not going to run the football. We're going to come out throwing it. And they have done an outstanding job of throwing the football. Pierce has been extremely accurate. The play calling has been exceptionally good by Coach Bernice. And that pass right there was a slant we saw has given Rummel a lot of trouble this year. The quick slant pass, especially against Riverside. Good throw, good route.
Extra point attempt forthcoming. Fouls the holder. Snap is good. Spot is good. Landry's kick is up, and it is good. Time out on the field. 5:37 to play in the first. Brother Martin 7, Rummel nothing. This is Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and watching live at CrescentCitySports.com. A 52-yard drive, 6 plays, 14-yard touchdown pass from John Paul Pierce to Devon Moore. Extra point good. Brother Martin leads 7-0. 5:37 playing the first, set off by an interference call against Rummel that cost them dearly.
Donovan Moore, only 5'6", 160-pound sophomore, 16th catch of the year. First touchdown of the year, wide open.
Here's the kickoff, a pooch kick short. Somebody's got to come get it, and a fair catch call for it, taken by Kaufman at about the 31-yard line. And Rummel will start its second possession there, trailing 7-0.
Let's see if Rummel can answer to the touchdown drive. Of course, that was aided by that penalty, which I thought it was a very bad call, but Fisk's got to call what he sees.
So the Raiders will start actually at the 33 officially. And we'll see what Rummel does on its second possession. Went 3 and out.
A quick 3 and out. Yeah, a quick 3 and out.
Now the freshman Diggs is in the backfield this time around in pistol with the quarterback Fields, who has a 4-receiver set. And they're going to run it with Diggs, and he's hit by Booker and blocked. And nobody blocking there as Booker stood him up and drove him back. 2-yard gain, but again, spreading them out. There's only a 5- or 6-man box, but still unable to block them. And a 2-yard gain makes it second down and 8. And therein lies the big issue for Rummel. Can they run the football at all?
Yeah, I think that should be the key. If you can, I don't know how they're going to run the football with this makeshift line. They've had trouble all year really running the football. It showed right there. I mean, there was just no place for Logan to go at all. None.
2nd and 8 from the 35. Brother Martin feigning a blitz. Now they back out of it, rush 4. Fields will step up, runs a quarterback sneak to the 40. Took a big hit, plunges forward for about a gain of 7. He's going to be short of a first down by a yard. And Fields is going to have to run the ball more for Rummel.
Yes, I think he's going to have to run the ball 2 more. Plus also, good job that time. The Raider offense spread out the Brother Martin defense. Brother Martin thinking it was going to be pass all the way. And this is a semi-quarterback draw by Fields. Brings up a big 3rd and 1. But can he run the ball on the 3rd and 1 for the Rummel Raiders? This makeshift offensive line may be a problem with Jackson in the backfield. Let's see what they dial up here. 3-man front for Brother Martin.
On 3rd and 1. They spread them out anyway. Probably going to run it. They do. And Jackson bounced it outside. It's wide open. 45-50, 45-40. Cuts at the 35. Good open field tackle. But a first down at about the 33-yard line of the Crusaders. Tackle made by Trey Morgan. But a good bounce to the outside by Jackson.
I tell you what, a good job by Jackson. He tried to run off the left tackle. It was going nowhere there. He just bounced off to the outside, found an open grain, and just took it down to Brother Martin's 32-yard line. First down for the Raiders. Raiders in a trip set to the right.
Gain of 26 yards and a first to the 32-yard line. Rummel with his first down of the game. Fields wants to throw it. He's going to throw the slant. Caught by Chase. Shook a tackle. 15, 10, 5. And he fumbles the ball, but was he down? I don't think so.
No.
It's going to be a touchback, and Brother Martin's got the football. So Fields caught it, got to the 3, fumbled, and Brother Martin comes up with the first turnover of the game.
I tell you, that was a rocket throw by Fields. I can tell you right now, he put it right in Jamar Chase's hands. Jamar Chase trying to fight to get into the end zone. Ball goes down into the end zone. Brother Martin comes up with it. And, boy, you talk about bad luck for the Raiders. They're starting out this way early, Kenny. Bad call and pass interference right there. Show touchdown almost taken away.
Well, you got to give Brother Martin credit for making the play there as well.
Got to give Brother Martin all the credit in the world.
So the Crusaders will get it at the 20-yard line as a result of the touchback with all of the momentum on their side early in this one. Rummel's been great in the turnover department this year, as they came into this game with a +8 in turnovers. But
when you get an open field, Kenny, like Jamar Chase, you got to protect the football, okay?
Yep.
You got to protect. He's going to get hit from behind. You can't let it swing a little bit because they're going to go after
on first and 10. Wants to throw and throws the screen underneath. Caught by Peretti, but he's tackled right away. A gain of 1 yard for the tight end Peretti. And there's Aaron Brule. They're playing him closer to the line of scrimmage now because they need their best player more involved.
And I tell you, a good read by Brule at the time. They're trying to throw a little screen. A good call. But Brule was right there making a tackle for Rummel. A 2nd and 9 for the Crusaders.
Gain of 1 at 2nd down and 9. At the 21-yard line. Peretti back in action. Good to see him back on the field after an injury. Pierce, the snap, fakes it, wants to throw the slant, throws it in the seam to Peretti, and he's hit hard and doesn't hold on. Good pop, and Peretti is not getting up.
Rummel should follow the ball. That's what they should do. Follow the ball.
Pick the ball up.
That's right.
As the hit was clean and Peretti's down, and he's coming off an injury. The hit was delivered by Quentin Cage, and Peretti not getting up, and you hate to see that.
Quentin Cage, and only 5'9", 175-pound southpaw, put a real good hit. And I think he might have got his wind knocked out, but he's down on the ground. But it was just a good football play. Brings him a big 3rd down.
So they'll tend to Parenti, and last week in his absence, Michael Clapp came in and he caught a touchdown pass to win the game for Brother Martin. That's right, another clap at Brother Martin.
Hey, they
Tommy's
never
a
run out
great
of
guy,
him.
and
Brother
he's
Martin
got so
loves
many
the Clapp
young men.
family. Okay, I don't blame him. I love him too. But Parenti, 6'1", 215 pounds. That would have been his 12th catch for 129 yards. But he really took a shot, and I think it's right into the rib cage. He's going to be okay. I think he's going to walk off on his own power.
Trainer's still tending to it.
Yeah, but he's up.
Patrick Maloney is one of those, and Patrick's a good friend of mine. Mark Moniz out on the field. He's going to trot off, and that's great.
Yep.
Hope to see
he'll be back.
Parenti back. Joseph's a really good football player. Remember, he had the game-winning touchdown catch against Rummel a year ago at Ted Gormley. Here's a 3rd and 9 for the Crusaders at the 21-yard line. Brother Martin's already on the ball. Rummel's running back on the field.
Yep.
Pierce has had a lot of time to throw thus far. Only one time has he been pressured. Lines up in shotgun. Takes the snap, wants to throw blitz off the corner. He's chased, he looks, he throws deep down the field. Crossing route, wide open, caught. 45-40, 35-30, and dragged down at the 25. It's Devon Moore again. Perfect throw by Pierce. Big play, Brother Martin, and a first down of the Rummel 25.
There's a total breakdown of coverage in the secondary for Rummel High School. Tracing Pierce out of the pocket. He rose to his right. There's Moore all the way down, running down the left hash mark by himself. The safety's no way around. The safety's rolling to the wide side of the field. Nobody covering him. Good throw, good catch. And Rummel Raiders having trouble defending the pass.
Devon Moore off to a fantastic start in this game. First down, and he wants to throw it. Pierce does outside. It's caught. Got a block at the 20. No flag. Looked like a hold all the way, and everybody going crazy on the Rummel side about that. But the pass caught by Gilliard, and he's close to about the 15-yard line near another first down.
But I tell you what, he just got a great block that time. I know a lot of people wanted to be a hold, but that outside receiver did his job and just threw a great block, allowing the receiver to pick up an extra 5 or 6 yards.
6 yards.
Right now, Pierce is tearing the secondary of Rummel apart. He's picking out the wide receiver, and he's just drilling the ball, Kenny.
2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line. Twin receivers left. Pierce in shotgun. The snap. Delay play to Morgan. It's wide open. He cuts back at the 10. First and goal at about the 7, and they're just having their way with the Rummel defense at this point.
I tell you, Joshua Payne Morgan that time just did a great job. They're only a sophomore. That play was designed to go to the left side of the offensive line. Nothing there. He cut it back. Rummel rated defense all went with him when he went to the left side. He cut it back. Huge hole right there. First down goal to go.
First and goal of the 8. Brother Martin threatens to add to a 10-0 lead here. Total control early in this one.
Everything they're doing correctly on offense here. Let's see if he puts it up right here. He runs to Morgan again.
Pierce will run.
Good
Morgan
hole.
Wide open. Touchdown, Brother Martin. Wide open, and Brother Martin dominating with a 13-0 lead and the extra point to come.
I tell you what, Kenny, you or I could have run through that hole, okay? There was nobody there. There's one-on-one base block and turn out the defensive end, take the defensive down guy, turn it back to the inside. Wide open right there. And Morgan just runs in untouched for the 13th point of this game for the Crusaders.
Jack Landry on the try of the extra point. Out of the hold of Faust. A little swinging gate action here. So Rummel has to match up. Now they'll shift. Don't need trickery when you're controlling things, and Brother Martin is doing just that.
Basic football.
Snap is good, the spot is good, the kick is up, and it is good. So, with 2:22 to play in the first quarter, Brother Martin in control, 14-0 over Rummel. Another impressive possession. Again, another 6-play drive for Brother Martin. That's all they've needed twice. This time 80 yards, and they took just 49 seconds to do it.
Their execution on offense has just been impeccable. Everything they have done has worked. You know, Rummel secondary is, you know, they can't cover Brother Martin's receivers at all. They not only are they open, they're wide open. They can't stop the short pass again. They can't stop the slants off over the middle. And, you know, and just in running the ball, they just doing where they want, running the ball to anywhere they want to run the ball. There is a huge hole. So right now, Brother Martin just having its way. I know they had a bad call and interference. They had the fumble. We got to give Brother Martin credit. On both occasions, they came back and stuffed it right down Rummel's throat.
Landry will kick it off. And the Raiders will drop Chase deep to receive, but remember they pooch kicked it last time.
I think they'll pooch kick it again.
The wind, by the way, has really changed. It's blowing across now, so it really isn't helping Rummel as it did start the game. That's kind of the way this one's gone for Rummel thus far.
Well, they don't want to kick you deep to where maybe Chase can get his hands on it, so they're going to pooch kick and just take their chance. Let's see if they do it again.
Landry puts it in the air. It is another pooch kick. Somebody's got to come get the ball. It bounces, and it's on the ground. And a very poor job by Rummel. But they did get it, and it's to the 34-yard line.
Very lackadaisical Rummel football team we're seeing right now, Kenny.
Nobody came to get the ball, and they knew it was coming based on what they saw.
They were lucky.
Initially.
They were lucky to get that football, okay?
So Rummel Raiders need to wake up. They are not sharp at this point. Brother Martin is razor sharp to this point and in control, 14-0, looking very good. And the Raider offense back on the field.
The Raider offense right now needs to get points on the board on this drive because they're turning back over to Brother Martin. Without seeing the Brother Martin, I know how Rummel's going to stop him.
Twin receivers to either side once again. Jackson will be in the backfield. With Fields. Brother Martin stays in that cover 2 look, which they've been in from the start.
Yes, they haven't changed. 3-man rush.
They believe that their 3 men can hold the box, and they have thus far, with the exception of 1 run. Snap it. Run it inside with Jackson. Jackson bounced off of 1 and fights forward to about the 37 for 4 yards.
You know, you look at Brother Martin, when they're playing a 3-man front, they're playing 8-man deep, a zone, really. And they know that they can't feel that Rummel can run with them against a 3-man front, so they're daring Rummel to throw the football, and that's a smart move.
Well, daring them to run it is what they're doing with a 5-man box.
But they know they can't run it.
2nd and 6. Precisely, they're daring them to run the ball. Snap it. Quick throw outside to Walker. Walker tripped up, gets nothing. The blocker got blown up, and now a late flag comes down for what? This is like after the play.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting call here. Who's going to call it against Brother Martin?
I mean, I have no idea what he starts. The same official that threw the interference.
Same one.
Somewhat of a bogus call earlier.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's saying about 30 yards down the field after the play's over with.
Yeah, I can't understand that. Rummel missed the block.
Yeah, the blocker got blown up.
Yeah.
Good defense by Brother Martin once again.
Yeah,
it's a 3-yard gain for Walker if it stands to the 40, but a long discussion ensues, and we have no idea what for.
I don't know what it's for either, but the referee's trying to find out what it's for.
Yeah,
also.
he's trying to get the explanation from the same official.
Yeah.
It's a 5-yard face mask. It took that long to figure it out?
Yeah. Man. That's the same guy with a pass interference call.
So it'll be a first down, a gain of 3 on the pass.
And it was a late flag too, Kenny. Very late flag.
From way back in the secondary.
Yeah, way back.
So a first down on the 45-yard line for Rummel on the first penalty against Brother Martin in the game following the 3-yard completion to Walker. Fields in shotgun as always. Will take the snap, going to run a straight pitch to Diggs. Brother Martin's there, and he somehow fights forward for a couple of yards, but there wasn't anything there.
No. Brother Martin was ready for that little sweep, a little toss sweep to Diggs that time. Diggs only a freshman, had no place to go at all. I mean, he ran parallel to the line of scrimmage, and all he saw was a bunch of white jerseys waiting for him when he cut up, lucky to pick up 2 yards.
Gain of 2 at 2nd and 8 at the 47. We're ticking down to a minute 10 to play in the first. Brother Martin up 14-0. Fields in shotgun. Motion into the formation chase. Snap it. Wants to throw it. Steps up. Pressured by Booker. Got away from him. Looking. Throwing down the field. Overshot Walker. Well, he had a lot of time to find somebody, but nobody open. And it's going to be 3rd down and 8. Fields yelling at a receiver to come help him.
Yeah, he's telling me. You should have come up when I was running to the left. You just stayed there. You should have came. He made motions to Walker to do something. Walker had stayed right there. And good thing he threw it away. Could have been picked off. This offense just not in click at all.
And Rummel gets penalized for an ineligible receiver downfield as well on a play that took a long time.
Yeah, just digging himself a grave here early in this football game.
So the penalty's going to really send him back further. Waiting for him to put the ball down. They do at the 43-yard line.
His offense doesn't look like it has any energy, you know, Kenny?
No.
Trips to the left, Jamar Chase one-on-one down. Let's see if they go him. They cover him over the top there.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 13 yards to go. Quick snap. Fields against the 3-man rush. Steps up. Throws down the middle. Caught by Francione. And a first down to the Brother Martin 40. Nice job of stepping up. And he finds Evan Francione for a first down.
Good job that time by the young man, the offensive lineman, picking up the blitz by Brother Martin. But also a good job by Chandler Fields, the quarterback, reading the blitz pickup, came to the middle. Okay, he was going to run, saw Francione open in the middle, gave him the ball for a big first down. In possession, which they need.
I don't think I would have taken that 5-yard penalty. You gave Rummel an extra down, and they overcame it easily. 1st and 10 at the Brother Martin 40-yard line. Snap it. Going to run it inside. Jackson plows to about the 38. Just a short gain again. Even against that 5-man box, they're just not able to create much.
They can't come up with it. That's the first time you'll see Jackson run straight ahead, okay? He ran straight ahead. Jackson's going to come out right now, and Diggs is going to come in for Rummel on offense. Of course, we said before, you know, Diggs only a freshman.
Well, that'll be the final play of the quarter. So at the end of one quarter, our score from Joe Yanni Stadium, it's Brother Martin 14, Rummel nothing. Back with our second quarter in a moment. This is Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and you're watching live at CrescentCitySports.com. 14-0 Brother Martin on top as we start the second quarter of this one. Ken Trahan along with Easton Roth from Joe Yanni Stadium. Rummel will play a 2nd and 8 at the Brother Martin 38-yard line. Fields Take the snap, wants to throw, looks and throws underneath to Walker. Tackled immediately. That's good defense. Short gain, just a gain of about 3 yards on the play, and well played for Brother Martin by number 24, Brendan Brown. So it's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Good defense of Brother Martin. Let him catch the ball. He was open to catch. He protected the ball very well. Brother Martin was right there to make the tackle, bringing up a 3rd and about 5.
3rd and 5 on the gain of 3. Man in motion, snap it. Fields against the 3-man rush, surveys. He's going to throw very high. Good catch. Shook a tackle. Chase took a big hit, but has a first down inside the 20. Boy, he's got great hands.
I'll tell you what, a lot of time that time for Chandler Fields. Gave Jabbar Chase a lot of time to push the cornerback off, come back and run a curl, threw the ball very high. Jamar went up, pulled it down for a first down. But his Brother Martin defense, Kenny, I think it's kind of confusing the Rummel offense a little bit. You know, they're running people up, they're dropping people off at the last minute, and it's making it tough for Chandler Fields to make decisions.
First down and 10 at the 19-yard line of Brother Martin. Rummel in the red zone. Quick throw outside to Chase, got a block. Chase at the 15, Chase barrels down about the 12.
Good block that time by Francione, okay? Just a great block. He took care of the inside guy. Chase one-on-one on the outside guy. Picks up a quick 8 yards.
He's a good football player, Francione.
Yes, he is. He does everything well, Kenny.
2nd and 3 on the catch by Chase's 4th catch of the game for 52 yards. And Rummel's at the 12-yard line of Brother Martin with a 2nd and 3. 4 receivers set, twins to each side.
Should be off sides.
And movement up front, that should be a first down for Rummel.
Let's see what they call.
It is.
Should be. Young man from Brother Martin knows he jumped. In fact, he's coming out of the ball game. So does Coach Moniz.
So they're going to put this to the 7-yard line and a 1st and goal for Rummel.
That's what's bad when you over the center and you jump. Okay, when he's centering the ball, you got to just keep your eyes on the ball. Gives Rummel a first down and go.
Raiders threatening 1st and goal at the 7-yard line. 2nd penalty, 10 yards on the Crusaders. Here's Fields, snap it, give it to Jackson, running inside, he'll score. Touchdown, Carell Jackson, well blocked by the Raiders, and it's a 14-6 lead for Brother Martin.
Well, good job by the offensive line that time. I'll tell you what, Kenny, when the offensive line came off the field at the end of the first quarter, they got a taste of the offensive line's coach fury, okay? He was all over their face. He wasn't being nice to them, okay? I think he was trying to fire them up a little bit how bad they've been playing, and it showed right there. Great hold for Jackson to score a touchdown.
Chris Freebird on the try the extra point out of the hold of Donovan Mayer.
3rd touchdown of the year for Jackson.
Snap, spot, the kick is up, he's hit it high and he's hit it true. Time out on the field, 10:24 to play in the first half. Brother Martin 14, Rummel 7. This is Rummel Football on WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and watching live at CrescentCitySports.com. Rummel drives 67 yards and scores on the 7-yard run by Carell Jackson. It cuts the Brother Martin lead to 14-7 here with 10:24 to play in the first half. Ken Trahan, Easton Roth, Andres Fuentes with you. We'll check in with Andres here shortly. Rummel's going to hold the football as the wind's blowing around, so you lose a coverage man and a gunner at that, and Jeremy Walker. So interesting that the wind has caused this to happen. Kick is away, he's hit it well. but it's going to be returnable for Gilyard on the move at the 8. Gilyard upfield to the 10 to the 15. He's outside 20. He's at the 25-30. He's at the 35-40. And tackled by guess who? The holder, Walker at the 42.
Yep.
Rummel special teams let him down here.
Hey, well, this is just a great setup. Walker was the outside guy. He came in to hold the football, so they had one guy short to the right side. That's why they took it. And a good job by Jeremy Walker coming back to make the tackle. We may have had a touchdown for a return. But again, Brother Martin starts off with great field position, leading 14-7. The ball on the Rummel 42-yard line. And let's see if the young quarterback, John Paul Pierce, comes out and keeps on throwing. Trip set to the left side of the field for the Crusaders.
Now, Brother Martin with great field position here, starting at the 42 with 10:15 to play in the half. On first down, fakes it, wants to throw it outside. Nobody covering him. He's wide open. Midfield, and Rummel's pass defense is basically non-existent.
It's like
on the reception was Nick Turner, and he was completely uncovered, a gain of 9.
Yeah, they had trips to that side right there, and they sent 2 guys deep to keep one guy in short, and nobody's on him at all. He was wide open. It's like this pitch, you can just throw me the football.
9-yard gain at 2nd and 1 as Pierce is now 6 of 9, 79 yards throwing the football and looking very good.
Well, Ken, anybody can look good when you're wide open on every single play.
2nd down and 1. Great down, and for an offense, Gilyard motions into the formation, going to run it inside. That'll be a first down and a lot more. Offensive line dominating. Terrible tackling and a great run by Morgan all the way to the Rummel 28-yard line, and this Rummel defense is not a very pretty sight.
Not at all. They came into the game giving up 18 points per game, which is not very, for Rummel, that's a lot of points per game. I already given up 14, and right now, Brother Martin had a missed tackle in the back there. They should have had him for a loss. He ran right through that tackle. But right now, Brother Martin, you hate to say this, they just having their way throwing the ball or running the football. Anything they want to do in offense, they having success with.
22 yards and a first down for Payne Morgan, one of his biggest runs of the year. Snap it to Pierce, fake it, Pierce will keep it. He's got a wide open field, cuts outside of the 20, missed tackle, slips and falls right near the first down. But again,
I hope he didn't hurt himself.
Nobody plays the fake, he's fine. And I mean, nobody plays the quarterback there.
Nobody whatsoever. He got into the secondary, and the Rummel defensive back is playing around with the guy trying to block him and trying to share the block. But right now, anything they call is working. They have this defensive Rummel on their heels. Great play calling also by Brother Martin.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Brother Martin on the move again. And here's Payne Morgan wide open at the 15. Cuts back, broke a tackle. He's at the 10 and will finally get tackled there. So big holes and poor tackling by Rummel. And Brother Martin exposing Rummel completely here.
Yeah, I tell you, they're doing a great job of on that handoff right there to the running back, to Brother Martin Morgan. It's like a little delayed handoff. He just sits there for a little while, waits for the hole to open up, and he takes advantage of it. But give Brother Martin's offensive line credit. They just opening up holes and dominating the front of Rummel.
Well, they thought that would be the strength of their football team coming into the season. They sure look like it tonight.
It shows it right now.
2nd and 3 at the Rummel 11-yard line. Again, everything available to Brother Martin offensively thus far.
Anything they want to do.
Pierce fakes it. Pierce runs it. It's wide open. He goes to the outside. He's going to be tackled. Good open field tackle at about the 7, but it's still going to be 1st and goal as the tackle made for Rummel by Corey Smooth. But again, nobody going with the fake.
I tell you what, good job by Corey Smooth. If Pierce would have kept the football back to the inside, he'd have walked in for a touchdown.
As it turns out, it's a gain of 5 and a 1st and goal at the 5-yard line as Brother Martin threatens to open this one up again. Currently a 1-score lead and looking to make it 2. Rummel has no answer for this offense.
None, not now.
Here is Payne Morgan on a cutback play left. He's tripped up. Nice play. For about a yard gain, as that time there was some penetration and a nice play made for Rummel by 76. Evans Brown, the sophomore.
I tell you what they're doing. They're getting in a wing set. It's almost like an unbalanced line. They're showing Rummel that time into the sideline and running there where they have one more guy on offense than Rummel has on defense to cover.
It's a gain of 1. It's 2nd and goal at the 5 for the Crusaders. With 7:52 and counting in the first half. Brother Martin up 14-7.
Here it is again. They have Rummel outnumbered to the right side. All they have to do is block down to give the ball. They're going to walk in.
Snap it. They
right
fake
there.
it. Pierce runs it right, cuts back, and a tackle at about the 3.
Yeah.
So a good tackle by Cage. Stops him for a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 3.
That was the right call, but good defensive play that time by the Rummel Raiders.
So Cage makes the play. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 3. Quinton, a Good sophomore linebacker for Rummel. 3rd and goal.
Let's see if Coach Moniz is going to play this like it's 4-down territory here. 2 tight ends right here. 2 tight ends in a wing.
3rd and goal at the 3. Power formation. Here's the snap. Going to run it right. Payne Morgan's hit. Broke a tackle and gets to about the 1.5. And now a tough decision. It's near the 1. I think he's going for it.
I think he's going to go for it myself.
4th and goal at the 1 for Brother Martin.
I think he's going to go for it. He'll go for it with the same formation and run off tackle.
Payne Morgan is falling forward every time on contact. And now they come in with Alfonso into the backfield. On 4th down and goal from the Rummel 1, Brother Martin is going for it. Matthew Alfonso in the backfield. Snap it to Pierce. Run Alfonso, slips a tackle, and he's going to be down short of the goal line inside the 1, and there's a flag down as well. So Rummel gets a stop. The flag is what we're looking at right now.
Yeah, let's see what's against Brother Martin.
Well, that's the big key here is who is it on. Rummel's saying it's on Brother Martin. Rummel's going to decline it. Rummel's going to have the ball at the 1-foot-yard line. Remember that. So stopping him at the 1-foot-yard line are the Raiders, and they'll get it back with 6:26 to play in the half, trailing 14-7. There's a big defensive stop.
Call holding. You drive 70, 60 yards. You don't have a holding call. You're right in the goal line. Everything is close contact, and you get a holding call. You know, I know Rummel stopped him. They deserved to stop him, but that would get me upset to call holding at that on a 1-foot line.
Well, here's the dilemma for Rummel. They don't take any snaps under center, and they're at their 1-foot-yard line here.
They're looking at it close to safety here, Kenny.
No doubt. Brother Martin, let's see how they play it. It's a 4-receiver set, so they spread the defense out. 3 to the left.
I think
probably run it.
They got to throw it here.
Snap it. Wants to throw it. Wants to throw the slant. He does to Chase at the 10. Shook a tackle 15, and he gets him out of trouble with a first down to about the 21. It's a gain of 20 yards.
Kenny, that was close to going 99 yards, okay? What a throw by Chandler Fields. I mean, Chase was pretty well covered. He just drilled it in there.
Gain of 20 yards and a first down to Jamar Chase.
Man, what a throw.
Here's Fields once again with Jackson next to him. Wants to throw a quick out to Chase. Caught it. 20. Shook a tackle. 25. And gets a first down fighting for it. They didn't get the face mask call, but he gets a first down anyway. Just running through tackles to about the 33-yard line.
They had a face mask that the official missed that time, but a good throw again. I think that's what Rummel has got to do. They got to get a short passing game going. I hope they can break some tackles because they're not going to make a living as Francione comes into the game running the football against this Crusader defense.
6 catches and 84 yards already for Chase. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Think they want him involved in the game?
And trip set to the left for the Raiders.
Snap it. Run it inside. Jackson finds a hole. 35, 40. Spins forward close to a first down. Looks to be short by about a yard. About a 9-yard gain for Jackson.
Okay, what made that play go was Caden Rouse, number 66, a 5'9", 200-pound sophomore offensive lineman, pulled and threw the block that allowed Jackson to pick up 9 yards.
2nd down and 1 at the 42-yard line. 5:08 and counting here in the half. Brother Martin up 14-7 on Rummel. Ken Trahan, Easton Roth, Andres Fuentes with you. On 2nd and 1.
They rolling up on Chase right here. They're right in his face. The cornerback really double covered him right now.
Snap it. Going to run it inside with Jackson. Wide open. First down, 45-50. Outside of the 45, foot race 40. He's out of bounds near the 37-yard line of Brother Martin with another Raider first down. Rummel's got some rhythm offensively now.
Good job that time. They trapped him that time. They trapped the outside guy, opened up the big hole for Jackson on the right-hand side. And Ken, I think I can remember a year or two ago, Jackson having a great ball game against Brother Martin.
22 yards on this run. He's having a big game here. 72 yards already rushing. And he's done that on 7 carries. And injured player for Brother Martin, so clock is stopped. Time is stopped. Ben Chaplin, very important player for them. A fine linebacker for the Crusaders, is a bit banged up, and we'll check that out. And while we have this opportunity, want a bank that was ranked among the top in the nation for business banking? Hancock and Whitney Bank has you covered with nearly 200 locations across the Gulf South. So stop by today. Learn more at HancockWhitney.com. Andres Fuentes is patrolling the Rummel sideline, and Andres, things have changed down there quite a bit. Obviously, this has been an interesting first half. Brother Martin in control now. Rummel coming back, Andres. No doubt a big difference here with the way things are going right now.
A big loss for Brother Martin with Chaplin going out, and the 40 tackles coming into this ball game. 6 of them behind the line of scrimmage, so he goes out for a play. He's a fine football player.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Diggs in the ball game now for Jackson. Jamar Chase is going to inside receiver position now, Kenny.
Maybe that slot position to the left inside the other two, and a single receiver to the right is Renton. And Rummel down 2 starting receivers from the start of the year, Coy Moore and Cole Young.
Corner blitz coming.
And Fields fakes it, and he's got nowhere to go. He's in big trouble. He's just going to run out of bounds for a loss. I don't know if that was what the play was or
no,
not.
it wasn't.
So, wasted play and a lost yard for Rummel.
Yeah, Jeremy Walker was kind of messed up. He didn't know what to do. He thought it was going to be, the ball was going to be thrown to him. A lot of pressure on Fields from a blitz coming real fast from the outside, and just a messed up play. Fields lucky just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Loss of 1 at 2nd down and 11 at the 37. 4:23 to play in the first half. Clock stopped as he went out of bounds. Diggs remains the running back. 3 receivers to the right. Walker left. On 2nd down and 11. Again, that 2 deep safety look. And they back off defensively. Slant is there. Francione, 25-20. He's at the 15. And he fights his way inside the 10 and down to the 9. That's a gain, and a late flag comes down, maybe a face mask, to the 9-yard line, and a 1st and goal Rummel, but let's check the flag.
I tell you what, just a defensive mistake by Brother Martin. That secondary, this left Francione wide open right in the middle of the field. No linebacker there, no secondary there. Let's see. I think it's going to go against Rummel.
They might call something against Rummel here.
That's what it looks like to me. I don't know what it would be if Francione was the only guy.
They're pointing against Brother Martin. If anything, I thought it was a face mask.
Yeah,
it was a personal foul face mask.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Again, I'm not sure why these discussions are taking so long.
Yeah, Kenny, they always have a discussion. You never know what's going to come up whenever you have a discussion, okay?
So 28 yards on the completion from Fields to Francione. And now the penalty will tack it on.
Ken, it's always interesting what Rummel games I've done this year. When Rummel needs a big first down, look, number 85, Francione, is always around.
Good place to go. Penalty puts it at the 4. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line for Rummel, trying to get even in this game.
They'll give it to Jackson right here to the left. Big hole to the left side, offsides right there.
Going to run Jackson right, and he's going to be hitting the backfield and drop for a loss. And there's no flag down. Now they throw a late flag.
But wait, now they're offsides. How can you not call
There was no flag for offsides. Now they throw one after the play.
And that's going to be holding.
How do you miss that?
I mean, he was offsides. It wasn't even close.
And they call a personal foul on Brother Martin. It's going to be half the distance, and I don't know how you miss the offsides.
How can you miss the offsides?
In fact, they should have blown the play dead.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I can't understand this.
So this would be a 2-yard penalty, and again, they have a long discussion. Good grief.
You know, I can't, well.
Not sure.
No telling what's going to happen. Let's see.
I'm not sure what he just said. Okay, he's going to say it was dead ball, so it's still going to be 2nd down. It's a 2-yard infraction, so 2nd and goal from the 2 is what it turns out to be.
I don't know.
So the play counted, in other words. Snap it. Fields runs Jackson. He gets hit for a loss. So Jackson is belted down to the 4. Loss of 2. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 4.
Well, Jackson had no chance at all. Nobody blocked number 24 for Brother Martin coming from the outside, Brandon Brown. I mean, he came clean. Nobody laid a hand on him. So Jackson had no place to go. He wanted to try and cut back, but there was nothing there.
So here's a big 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line.
They gonna put it up here.
Gotta believe. Gotta look for number 1. He's lined up to the right off the line of scrimmage. Jackson is in the backfield with Fields, and they put Chase in motion to try to get him some isolation.
Right.
Snap it. Gonna run a keeper with Fields, and that doesn't do anything. And it's gonna be 4th and goal at the 3. Rummel's got to kick a field goal.
They're gonna have to kick it, yeah. But that was a bad series. Rummel 1st down and goal from about the 5-yard line. They don't pick up any yards whatsoever.
And now he calls the field goal team back to the sideline. They're at just outside the 3-yard line, and they're looking like they want to go for it here, which is a real surprise to me. Rummel gets the ball first to start the second half. I think you need points here.
I think you need, Kenny, to me, I kicked the field goal, okay? After the bad first half they had, you know, he's gonna take a timeout.
Yeah, he will take a timeout here, it appears. Let the clock run down and then make the decision.
Right. But that third down call is I'm kind of still think what they were trying to do there, Kenny.
Well, because of the inability to really block the line of scrimmage, especially against a goal line defense.
Yep.
Although I will say this, Jackson has rushed for 70 yards on 8 carries, so they've had a running game.
Yeah, but
weren't able to block them there.
But at the goal line, they didn't block. Big play was on second down. It was
right. They had second and goal at the 2 and lost 2 yards.
At the 2-yard line, and they give it to Jackson, which is not a bad call, but you got to block the end guy in the line of scrimmage. Nobody touched him. He came free.
So it's 4th and goal from the 3-yard line. At this point, Rummel looking like they're going for it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they send the field goal team out after all is said and done.
Looking at it right now from a Rummel standpoint, you kick the field goal. You're down by 3 if you make the field goal. You get the ball to start the third quarter. You've been moving the ball fairly well other than the first couple of series. So here I think you take the points. We'll see what's going to happen. I see Chandler Fields is still in there.
So the offense down there talking it over.
Brother Martin knows right here. They're not going to run it on 4th. If they go for it, it won't be a run, okay? Some kind of way it's going to be a jump ball in the end zone to Jamar Chase.
I was thinking a fade route. That's sure.
No doubt about it.
He's going to be lined up on the outside, and Rummel's lining up to go for it on this.
It's tough to put a fade route here when you got trips to that side.
The other thing about this is if you throw it in the end zone incomplete, it comes out to the 20.
You got it.
4th and goal at the 3.
I don't know. They might try a quick slant over here to Walker.
3 receivers right, Walker to the left. Jackson in the backfield with Fields. And Brother Martin jumps. That's going to be a half the distance penalty against the Crusaders. That'll be on number 90, Kyle West.
Now, hey, Brother Martin, this drive is giving Rummel every opportunity to put the ball in the end zone by jumping off sides. Face mask penalty.
Well, they've got 5 penalties, but for only 19 yards because of the short penalty distance. It's 4th and goal just outside the 1.
They may go Jerry Marcus wide open there.
They may run it now on 4th and goal. Snap it. No, he wants to throw it. He's going to throw it inside, incomplete for Chase, and Brother Martin will get it back at the 20-yard line on the miss.
Hey, he threw it too high. He had Chase. He had him. The ball was just thrown behind him and high.
It actually doesn't come out to the 20. I'm sorry. It was at the 1-yard line, so it's incomplete.
But still.
And they'll start at the 2-yard line officially.
Big momentum change right here, though, Kenny.
With 2:15 to play and a half, and Rummel took a timeout already, so they've only got 2 left. Brother Martin has all 3 remaining.
Right. And the way Brother Martin moving the football, hey, with 2:15 left, I don't think Brother Martin can't get this thing in the end zone the way they've been moving it.
Well, they could throw deep right here themselves.
No doubt about it. They could gamble right here and go deep, which they may do.
So Rummel has fumbled in the red zone, and they have failed from the 1.5-yard line as well.
I think Pierce is going to chunk it deep right here. He's not going to risk a handoff here to get a safety. I don't think so.
With Moore in the backfield with him. Not more Rouge, rather. Rouge is going to be hit, and Rouge is going to be dropped for no gain. Rummel's got 2 timeouts left. They don't want to call one yet. They'll wait.
Yeah, they'll wait.
See if they can get a stop on 2nd down.
And if I'm Brother Martin, I'd take all the time I can right here. I'll let that clock run. Force run. You want to take a timeout? You take it. We're gonna run out the clock.
Rouge tackled to the 1, a loss of 1 at 2nd down and 11 from the 1.
Got to be careful.
That clock run down. Play clock's at 20, a minute 47 on the gamer. Brother Martin taking its time, as well they should. Twin receivers to the right. Payne Morgan is in the backfield with the quarterback, John Paul Pierce. On 2nd and 11. Snap it. Run Payne Morgan. Looks for some room, and he falls forward about the 4, so he picks up 3.
That's big.
Now Rummel can take timeout. And I think they have. They have, and they'll have 1 left. So a 3-yard game will make it 3rd down and 8 from the 4. Rummel takes timeout with a minute 27 left, and they'll have 1 timeout remaining.
You look at Rummel. Can they get the bad pass interference call was led to Brother Martin touchdown. Chase fumbles down there into the end zone. Brother Martin recovers, but it been a touchdown in all probability. They don't make the touchdown here. Rummel easily could have the lead in this football game, but they behind by 7. And Coach Moniz right now, it's going to be interesting right here. Is he going to risk punting out of his own end zone, maybe with a safe running play? Or is he going to try to pick up the first down? If I try to pick up the first down, if I'm him, I wouldn't throw it out in the flat. I'd throw it. I'd chunk it deep. Rummel picks it off. It'll be somewhere around midfield. Worst thing to do here is throw it out in the flat. Risk a pick.
As bad as Rummel has been on defense, again, the fumble at the 3-yard line, the inability to convert from the 1, and then as you mentioned, the pass interference call, which clearly impacted the game.
Oh, no doubt.
And yet
about
they're
it.
only down by 7 with 1:27 to play in the half.
Yeah, the worst it should be a tie, Kenny.
They marked the ball at the 5, so they actually gave him 4 yards on that last carry. So it's 3rd down and 7 from the 5-yard line. So big play here for both teams.
Oh, it's a huge play for both teams. See, Brother Martin gets it first. Let's see what he might do. He might throw it deep. Let's see. They've had success going right down the middle. Let's see.
On 3rd and 5. Here's the snap. Fakes it. Looks it. It's wide open. He'll get a first down easily and a lot more. And Rummel has played him just awful. I mean, there is nobody playing the fake all day long. It's there for Pierce. And Brother Martin's calling a brilliant game and a good run by Pierce.
Hey, I mean, they're running the zone read. They're taking a dive, but there's nobody taking a quarterback. Somebody has got to be on the quarterback, and they have no one on the quarterback. And if I'm Brother Martin, I'd run that play again right now.
It's a discipline issue, right? I mean, you have to stay home.
You have to stay home.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Brother Martin now in position to at least run the clock out if they want to. And they run it with Morgan. He'll get a big hole in Moore. And they just chop a huge hole for another first down up to the 28.
And that's that same play, a little delayed handoff. You know, and just let Morgan just pick the spot. That opens up. And, hey, it opens up because the offensive line for Brother Martin is giving him gapping holes.
11 yards and a first down. Stops the clock with 49 seconds left. Now the Crusaders have to start thinking about doing something here.
They got to take a shot down the field.
On 1st down and 10 from the 27. Snap it. And runs it to Morgan, and Fury will tackle him for a loss. Yeah. So Payne Morgan hit by Fury.
Could be the last play to have.
Yeah, as he gets back to the 26, a loss of 1. We'll see if we can talk to Jay Roth at the half with Andres Fuentes. We'll get him in position to do so.
Well, good luck, Andres.
So put the ball down to the 26, loss of 2. That's going to be the final play of the half. It looks like as neither team is going to stop the clock.
Right.
And halftime is arriving here at Joe Yanni Stadium, and it's a lead for Brother Martin, 14-7 over Rummel. And we'll get Andres in position to get Coach Roth as he's starting to walk, and we'll get him right now. So we'll go down to Andres right now. Andres, go right ahead if you can get him. Go ahead. Go ahead, Andres. Okay. Make sure he's not in delay, please. Go ahead, Andres. All right, Andres, go ahead. All right, we're not hearing him, unfortunately, so.
Must not have the mic on. He's talking to him.
Yeah, he doesn't have the microphone on. He cannot. So, in any case, we'll take the break. It's halftime, and it's 14-7 Brother Martin over Rummel. We'll take the timeout here. And as we do so, we want to remind you, if you want the bank named Gammon's Best Local Financial Institution for 2016, then you want Hancock and Whitney Bank, with nearly 200 locations across the Gulf South. So stop by today. Learn more at HancockWhitney.com. Halftime, 14-7. Brother Martin on top of Rummel. And this is Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and at CrescentCitySports.com. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing down there.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
Hello.
Yep.
Can they hear me?
It's halftime, and it's Brother Martin on top of Rummel by the score 14-7 here at Joe Yenny Stadium. Along with Easton Roth, I'm Ken Trahan, and Brother Martin really establishing control early in this one. Rummel came back fiercely, but the Raiders really shooting themselves in the foot, missing an opportunity, fumbling at the 3, and then getting stopped at the 1-yard line. You got to give Brother Martin some credit there, but the Raiders had an open receiver, just did not execute. First downs in the first half are even at 10 apiece as both teams have moved the football. If you look at the rushing yards, Rummel has 78 thus far. They passed for 136, so they're at 214 yards. But Brother Martin has moved the ball extremely well. Also, they passed for 79 yards, but they've run for a bunch here in the first half, 125 yards. So they're at 214 yards. So what, 214 to 213? I mean, it's been that type of game. Both teams have moved the ball. The difference in the game is Brother Martin has finished its drives. Rummel has not.
Correct, Kenny. You know, Rummel's just made just a ton of mistakes. You know, the first one, of course, was Chase fumbling the ball down. They should have protected the ball instead of fighting to get into the end zone. Didn't protect it. He fumbled it. Brother Martin got it. Rummel's had the opportunities. They were held right at the goal line, right before the half. But I think the big thing in this ball game, Kenny, we came in knowing that Rummel will have trouble running the football. They've had some success running the ball over 70 yards. I figured they could rush for over 100 yards, that they would be in this ball game. They are in this ball game at this point. But the big problem for the Rummel Raiders is the defense, Kenny. They are just giving Brother Martin too many big plays. In the passing game, they're giving them passes right over the middle on slants. That receiver was wide open deep a couple of times. They only connected once, but that was big on the third down. And then the big thing is that they've got to stop the quarterback on that zone read. They have got to put somebody on that quarterback. They have nobody on him, and therefore he's picking up 8-10 yards every single time he runs that play. So I think some defensive adjustments are going to have to be made by the Raider defense. Give Rummel credit, down 14-0. They've come back. Basically they should be tied in this ball game, or maybe could be ahead. But they've got to get together. They've got to play with more enthusiasm than what we've seen in the first half. But this Brother Martin team, I'll give them all credit in the world. They're coming here without a winning record. They've had some tough losses, but they are playing extremely well. They're well coached. They're doing a good job, and they're just keeping the Rummel defense off balance, and that's been the difference in this ball game. Defensively for the Raiders. I don't think Brother Martin's even punted in the first half, Kenny.
Well, they punted on their first possession. Remember, they punted one deep to the 9-yard line. So that was it. And then, of course, the pass interference call. And since then, Brother Martin's had their way with the Rummel defense. But it's on the Rummel offense, too, because they've only scored 7 points. And while they move the ball, they have not scored points. And so it's really on both elements.
Yeah, they're averaging 35 points per game. And right now, they have only 7 points. So if you look at it, it's a combination of both offense and defense, both not playing up to par. But that's caused by Brother Martin forcing them not to play the type of game that they are used to seeing. Now, I'm going to give Rummel's offensive line a little bit credit. The first quarter, to say they were bad, I'd be just kidding. But the second quarter, they came out, they played a lot better. They had some holes for Kendall Jackson. They gave Fields a lot more time to throw the football, which he threw exceptionally well. And, it's just been one of those ball games. But, you have to play 2 halves. Rummel will get the ball to start the third quarter. I think it's very imperative when they get that ball to start the third quarter, come up with some points. Because they have not played typical Rummel High School football up to this point. So it's been one heck of a football game. I expect it to be a close football game. And that's what I think we're going to have here at Joe Yenny. It's close right now, so it'll get even closer when we get toward the fourth quarter, Kenny.
What do you see as the key for Rummel if they want to come back and win this game?
I think the key they're going to have to do, Kenny, is play defense. That's where it starts. I think it starts with defense. I think right now Brother Martin feels that they can move the ball through the air when they want. They can definitely move it by running the football. They're not doing anything fancy running the football. Just the zone read where they get the quarterback is keeping it, nobody's on him. And then they're doing a little bit delay handoff to number 7. They're real good running back, Morgan. You know, that little delay, he finds the hole. There are holes there, and he makes yards. Rummel's been missing tackle. I think for Rummel to come back in this football game is going to have to start with defense first. They have got to force Brother Martin to get out of what they have been doing successfully. Now, if they do that on defense, then it will give this Rummel offense more of an opportunity to give them better field position to put points on the board. But offensively, you look at Rummel, they've been their own worst enemy on offense, Kenny. Not making some blocks that needed at times, but not scoring with first down and goal from the 5. That was critical. The ball chases fumble down into the end zone, which Rummel should have got a touchdown, or would have, we hope. They would have got one. Those two things, have really hurt Rummel. But I also think there's got to be an attitude adjustment at the half. They got to come out and play a little bit more zip and fire in those red jerseys, which I didn't see in the first half of this football game tonight. But right now, Brother Martin is putting pressure on them. And, games are won by changes made at the half or on the field. And I think Rummel has got to make some changes. Number one, I'm going to say it again, defensively first. That's the first change that they have got to make, defensively, to put some pressure on this Brother Martin offense. And if they do that, then they'll be right. They're not out of this game, but they should be ahead in this football game, and they're not. So it's going to be a little pep talk at the half, and then see how they accept it, and let's see what they're made of, because the pressure's being put to them by Brother Martin. And what's even more pressure, Kenny, a loss to Brother Martin with Curtis and St. Aug coming up in the next 2 weeks would be very positive things for the Rummel Raiders at this stage in the season. Okay.
Well, Brother Martin, of course, had a chance to really open this up, too. They got stopped inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they did.
On their position. So both teams have missed opportunities here.
No doubt about it. Both have missed a lot of opportunities in the first half. So it's going to be, but Rummel has got to make some changes, I said before, especially on defense. Brother Martin, do you have to make any changes? No, unless Rummel forces you to make changes. You keep doing what you are doing now. And I'm going to tell you, Ken, this Brother Martin team, I'm shocked, just looking at them, right now with the record they have this year. I mean, come on, they're playing a lot better football, than I thought they were going to play. I mean, they are playing extremely well, man.
Well, this is a team that's improving. If Brother Martin's going to win this game, what do you see them having to do here in the second half?
Ken, if Brother Martin's going to win this football game, what they have to do is exactly what they have been doing, okay? Especially on offense. They are throwing the ball well. They are running the ball well. But on the other side of the ball, what they are doing, they're almost saying, hey, we're going to double team and sometimes triple team the ball. If you want to beat us, you're going to have to throw into our coverage, which Rummel has done and has been successful with it, because Fields has just spotted the ball perfectly. But I think, what Brother Martin is doing, I think they just stay what they're doing until Rummel makes some change, and then we'll see what they go to next. My Brother Martin, I wouldn't change anything at all.
So it's halftime, and it's 14-7, the lead for Brother Martin over Rummel here at Joe Yanni Stadium. Brother Martin band has just concluded its performance at halftime, and now we're going to get the Rummel band onto the field here at the half. Looking at some of the numbers, Easton, in the first half, we mentioned Kyrell Jackson. He's run well in this game.
Yes.
They need him to do so in the absence of Dwan Trufant, and he's done so. He's run very well with 9 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. Chandler Fields has been good overall, 9 of 12 for 136 yards. Jamar Chase, 6 catches, 84 yards, but he had the big fumble as well. Evan Francione, 2 catches for 46 yards. Jeremy Walker, 2 catches, but for just 6 yards. For Brother Martin, Joshua Payne Morgan, boy, he's really stepped up in the absence of Chris Smith being out. Payne Morgan came into the game with 72 yards rushing for the entire year, and I've seen him play several times, and he's got some ability, but he really hasn't been a factor. Well, he's a big factor in this game. 10 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown, so he's almost doubled his season output already.
And I give him credit.
John Paul Pierce has 5 carries for 59 yards. Passing, Pierce is 6 of 9 for 79 yards and a touchdown, which was to Devon Moore, who has 2 catches for 58 yards in the score.
Yeah, you look at Morgan, what he's doing so well, Kenny, is reading the defense. He's getting, Pierce is handling the ball 2 or 3 yards deep in the backfield, and then he just picks his spot. He either goes straight ahead if he sees it open up, or he cuts back and picks up the open spot. For somebody, who's only a sophomore with only 72 yards, he's had a great first half. He's run hard. He's been tough to bring down. But I think the key to this whole ball game, you have to say it, is the play of the quarterback, John Paul Pierce. He has put the ball on the money, and Kenny, he has run the ball with authority, and he has made some very, very huge plays, okay?
Been very good. By the way, college football, for those interested, third quarter, LSU 16, Ole Miss 6. Third quarter, South Florida 27 and Tulane 7. Rummel Band on the field performing now. Of course, as you look ahead, Rummel next week, it's out of the fire and into the frying pan. They get John Curtis Friday night at the Shrine on Airline in a game that you'll be able to watch live at CrescentCitySports.com and also on Cox Sports Television. Brother Martin next week will play Shaw, and that is also at the Shrine on Airline. That's a Saturday afternoon game, 1 p.m., and we'll have that for you on WGSO 990 AM and at WGSO.com. So both games next week to be broadcast, and one on CrescentCitySports.com, the Rummel Curtis game, one on WGSO, Brother Martin broadcast, the Crusaders against Archbishop Shaw. So looking forward to next weekend as well. Should be fun. And bottom line here is, if you look at things, I mentioned the yardage, 214 to 213. Brother Martin with a yard edge in that department indicates that it's been a half where it's been pretty even because both offenses have really moved the ball well. But Brother Martin finished all but one drive. Rummel didn't finish 2 drives that they had opportunities on, and that's the difference. And, of course, it always comes back to turnovers. Rummel has the one big one in the game. Brother Martin does not have any thus far.
You look at Rummel, they're close to 200, over 200 yards of offense. So they basically on track to what they've been getting all season long, close to that 400 mark, Kenny. But as you said, they missed opportunities to have 2 more touchdowns on the fumble, and then they get it down on the goal line when they had first down and 5. So offensively, I think they're playing about their game. I've been surprised their offensive line has held up a little bit better than I thought. They got better during the second quarter. But again, I think for Rummel to win this game, the big change is going to have to come on defense. Kenny, I said it before, and I will say it again. The defense for Rummel has got to change the attitude of this football game.
Not what you're accustomed to seeing from this Rummel team, because Brother Martin's been better of late, but they've not been all that good offensively this year. But they've certainly looked like the Brother Martin of recent years in the first half here tonight. They've moved the ball convincingly, both running and throwing the football. And you got to give the Crusaders all the credit with execution. Their offensive line has been very good. Josh Payne Morgan's running well. Pierce is, again, every time he's faked it and pulled it, there's been nobody at all on the backside. No one.
Kenny, when he's thrown the ball, he doesn't have to drill it between defenders because there's no defenders around the receiver, If he throws it short, it's they're running the guy off, the defensive back off, and make a short gain. And the deep routes he's thrown, the receivers have been wide open. So what I'm saying again, the key thing, and I think Brother Martin could do it the first time they get the ball back. They're going to find out they're going to put anybody in that zone read on the quarterback, okay? Because if they don't, he can pick up 7, 8, 10 yards anytime he wants. And Pierce, look to me, Kenny, he can take it the distance.
Yeah, look, he was an excellent player a year ago on a team that reached the semifinals and lost by 2 points at Scotlandville. So they were 2 points from playing for a state championship a year ago, and he's a returning starter. Basically everyone looking at the quarterbacks in this league thought that these two on this field tonight would be the 2 best in the league because of the fact that both have started and played well in this league previously. Fields, of course, in a new school, and Pierce, as I mentioned, in his second consecutive year as a starter for the Crusaders. So it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out here. It's pretty interesting because the wind, which was out of the east-southeast and really was at the back of Rummel to start the game, shifted. It's really a crosswind. It's more out of the east, so it really hasn't been a factor in the kicking game like we thought it would, and it hasn't really impacted the passing game to this point for either team. They've both thrown it well. Yeah, I'm surprised. I don't think the wind's been a factor at all in this football game. You and I, even talking to Coach Ross, you talking to Coach Bonise, they both would say the wind would be a factor, and that's the way they would play it. It's not been a factor. We expected rain. I'm going to knock on wood. We haven't had any. We don't need any. But I don't think that's been a factor. I think we're going to have an exciting second half, and let's see what defense steps up and dominates this football game, and if that team plays that defense, I'm going to say it again, it's the teams that come out of here ahead in this football game. Now, another thing I think Brother Martin has got to really be cautious of, Kenny, is giving up a big play, okay? Rummel does have receivers that if they can break a tackle,
they can take it the distance, okay? So they got to keep people like Chase and Francione and Jeremy Walk in front of them. Don't let them get behind them, because they're going to outrun the Brother Martin secondary. But if they can keep those guys in check and don't give up the big play, I can't see Rummel running 80 yards for a touchdown. They don't have that typical back in the backfield they've had for years before. But they've got to keep Rummel's receivers in front of them, give them the 8, 10-yard, 15-yard plays. Don't give Chase, Jeremy, or Francione the chance to take it the distance 50 or 60 yards.
Raider band performing here at halftime. Well, the Martin team just starting to return to the field. Again, these high school halftimes, as we've talked about many times, are pretty lengthy.
They're too lengthy, Kenny. Especially when both bands perform. Okay?
Well, they should perform. I have no problem with that. It's perfectly fine. The problem is that there's about a 5-minute stretch otherwise that they put on the clock. Clock's going to run down here, and then when it's finished, they're going to put more time on it, as they always do.
You know what they do in the Baton Rouge area? They started doing it a couple of years ago, Kenny, is that, the home team band will perform at half, and then after the game, the visiting team does their act. And I tell you what, people were afraid that everybody would leave the stadium. No, people do not leave. They stay there and watch the band perform, And they started that in the Baton Rouge area, and it's been very successful. And it really doesn't hold up the start of the second half of the football game.
I'm all for both bands performing and singing. It's just that you can manage the time a little bit better than having a 30-minute halftime, which is basically what you have at all these high school games. Rummel hasn't even come out onto the field yet, even though the clock says 1:05, because they know that they're just going to put more time on the clock. And, and the band's still performing as we speak. And then the idea is
this, the first band comes on and they take 10, 12 minutes, and you got to honor that for the second band to come on. You can't cut them short or penalize the home team.
No.
You can't do that. But both bands are outstanding bands, and people want to come out here and people want to see bands perform, and you don't blame them, because the schools in this area have outstanding bands and dance teams and cheerleaders, and that's 1980.
Right, I mean the Hail Mary, Artie DeLonneville, remember that very well.
Yeah, just a great tip by St. Pierre right into DeLonneville.
Well, Brother Martin would say last year, because the same thing happened, a tip ball,
same thing,
that into the hands of Michael Parenti for the winning touchdown on a last-minute drive, which was as thrilling as can be. So it's been that kind of series with those kind of finishes, and hey, before this one's over with, it could be type of finish as well. The way
I remember that Hail Mary, I was standing next to Rick Gailey. Rick and I were standing next to each other. I said, Rick, did we just catch the ball? He says, I think we must have. Our fans are cheering, our kids are jumping up and down, because we couldn't see it, from where we were standing.
So the Rummel band finishing its halftime performance. They put 3 minutes on the clock, and it stayed at 3 for about 5 minutes there. Now that's starting to run.
You've been watching
that's
that
what I'm
clock,
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I've timed these halves out, and I mean they're 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. There's no doubt.
And I'll tell you what, if you're a coach, you have a lot of time to make adjustments because of that. So,
and Kenny, sometimes there's too much time, okay? Because you give your talk, you give your fire of speech, you make your adjustments. Hey, we want to go outside and see what we're talking about. And I see Coach Roth talking to the official that made that call out and a pass interference. It's a nice little chat, just having a little chat. You can't get on the official. That's the worst thing you can do. He made the call, and it stands. There's nothing you can do.
So, teams are getting loose as we speak. Again, Rummel's going to get the ball first to start the second half, and the Raiders have to be aware that they're going to get a short pooch kick.
Correct.
And you've got to be able to catch the football first and foremost.
They were lucky getting that ball back.
They're very fortunate.
Yeah, they were very fortunate.
And remember, a week ago against Jesuit, they lost a football on a kickoff.
Definitely.
And it nearly cost them the game, but they were somehow able to overcome that and rally to win. So
it's got to be, when you pooch kick and you do it, someone's got to say, I got it, I got it, I got it. You got the fair catch sign, I got it. But they're going to pooch kick it right here. There's no doubt in my mind. They'll give Rummel good field position by doing that, but Rummel has got to field it.
So clock finally winding down. We're going to have football played here soon, I think.
So?
I believe.
Maybe not. We don't know.
It's going to happen here at Joe Yenny Stadium, and we're looking forward to it. And we want to remind you that Rock and Bowl has the best entertainment anywhere, anytime. Rock and Bowl at 3016 South Carrollton Avenue is the place for you to be. Rock and Bowl with music virtually every night, bowling all the time. Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation Quarterback Club luncheons each and every Tuesday at noon at Rock and Bowl, 3016 South Carrollton Avenue. And don't forget to go next door and have a great meal for dinner at Yale College Inn, as I do all the time. Open for dinner during the week and on weekends, UO College Inn. And we thank the Blanchard family for their continued support.
Tell you what, Kenny, UO College Inn, I can remember, you remember too, that famous dish they had called Shrimp Louie, okay?
Shrimp Louie, yeah.
And
sure.
they still have, and it's still good.
Well, they have a lot different menu now, and it's awfully good. I go there frequently and really love the oysters Havarti po' boy, and of course the barbecue shrimp, the Brutus Caesar salad. I could go on and on. It's a wonderful menu and great place to eat, and really nice people. And of course the Greater New Orleans Prep Sports Hall of Fame there as well, with all of the people memorialized on the wall.
You know, I was there for a quarterback club meeting a couple of weeks ago, Kenny, and I found that place really, it's just different, but it's better. It's just beautiful the way they got it set up, you know. It's just a great place.
Second half is finally set to begin.
Been a long halftime. Looks like we would have had a quarter football in by now.
So Brother Martin will kick it off in the person of Jack Landry. Rummel will have Walker and Chase deep to receive, and they'll probably bring them up here. They have Francione and Jackson in the up positions, along with Sturgis and Kaufman. So you got a hands team of 6 guys in those back positions. Somebody's got to make sure they catch the ball.
What they don't want to do is kick it to Jamar Chase, okay? They don't want him to get a chance to run it back.
Second half is underway with a kick down the middle, and Francione backed up and Fair caught it. And I understand the aggressiveness. Problem is Chase was coming to get that ball on the fly.
Yeah, but hey, I think
you got to catch the ball. So
good move by Francione, though. Hey, we said this, you got a fair catch it. He did. Rummel will start third quarter. Great field position right around the 30-yard line. So let's see what the Raider offense can do here.
Well, they'll start at the 25.
25.
So the Raiders will start at the 25-yard line here as Chandler Fields leads his offense onto the field. Again, they moved in the first half, but only 7 points. Brother Martin has prevented the score. They've bent but didn't break. The oldest axiom in football defensively has been the case for the Crusaders. First and 10 at the 25-yard line. Fields with Jackson in the backfield. Delay play to Jackson. Bounces it outside. Finds about 5.
Good move by Jackson that time.
Going to mark it near the 30. Would be a gain of 5, and that's where they're going to put it. So it's going to be second down and 5 yards to go.
You see right there, Brother Martin, no changes on defense. They that same 3-man front. Sometimes they'll roll a guy up for a 4-man front or bring a guy from the corner. But right now, that is what they're in.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line. Trip set to the left, single receiver right. Fields backs off after
the linebacker
taking a look. Now gets what he wants. Going to throw a quick hitch outside to Walker. Walker shook one tackle. He'll get a first down about the 37.
That was the right call by Chase, with the defense gave him that right there. But Rummel's receivers and got a block. You know, they had 2-on-2 out there. If each one of them get a piece of a guy, Walker gets a lot more yardage. I tell you, he's playing a good football game for Brother Martin. Both of Brother Martin's inside linebackers, Kenny, they do a good job defending the run, but they also get to the receivers once the ball is thrown.
Well, Jabari Watts has been outstanding all season long, their leading tackler. First and 10 at the 37. Gonna run a delay play inside. Nothing there.
Nothing there at all.
Does fight forward. You got to give him credit. Somehow found 3 yards. Diggs just put his head and shoulders down and drove for 3 when nothing was there.
They hoping they can get him. I'm surprised they haven't tried to get Diggs outside, because he does have tremendous speed.
Second down and 7 from the 40-yard line. Jackson back in at running back. And they run the line formation of receivers to each side of the field in a direct line, 2 on each side. And they're just going to set up the run left, and Jackson shook 1 tackle, shook 2 tackles, and somehow fights forward for about 5 yards. Well, I got 5 out of nothing.
I tell you, Rummel's wide receivers have got a block. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody, but that time, you know, if the wide receiver throwing a little block, Jackson did all that on his own. One limited block to the outside, he'd have picked up 8 to 10 more yards.
And now a 3rd and 2 for the Raiders at the 45-yard line. First possession of the second half, ticked under 10 minutes to play in the third. Now 14-7, Brother Martin.
What you call here? Can you try to run for 2 yards here? Let's see.
You could have that jet sweep action. Could run it, or you could fake it. Or you could just run Jackson off tackle if you survey the defense. They got to get the play off, I'll tell you that.
First thing they got to do is get the play off.
Just getting set with 5, with 4, with 3, with 2, they get it off. And they run Jackson right. He's going to be hitting the backfield. Somehow shook a tackle and fights forward, but I don't think he got it.
No, I don't
know. He's close. I mean, somehow that play was blown up. He didn't look like he had anything. And somehow he just used tremendous intestinal fortitude and determination. He got a first down.
Boy,
I mean, wow.
give Jackson credit because he was thrown for a loss, Kenny. They had him for about a 2-yard loss.
I think he got a very favorable mark. I think he might have had it earlier, but it looked like he was down at the 47. They give him the 48 and the first down.
He got an extra yard in the mark. There's no doubt about that.
Great effort by Jackson to sustain the drive. And a fake by Fields, and now he's flushed out right. He needs help. Fields needs a lot of help. He'll run it. 50, 45, races out of bounds. He showed you pretty good speed. So he gets to the Brother Martin 47. That's a gain of 5.
But I'm going to tell you, that time, Kenny, I thought he flushed himself out of the pocket too fast. He had a lot of times to stay in the pocket, okay? He was not under a lot of pressure at that time.
Well, I will say this. Chase came back to the ball. He could have thrown it to him on the sideline. So you give Chase a lot of credit with doing exactly what you're taught to do in that situation. 2nd down and 5 at the Brother Martin 47. Opening possession, second half. Again, Crusaders are up 14-7. Trip set left, single receiver right. On 2nd and 5. Fields the snap. Going to run Jackson on a delay. Finds a hole, finds the first down and more. 40, 35, and down to about the 31-yard line. Good run by Jackson. 16 yards, and that puts him at 99 for the game.
I tell you, that was the play that time. Was designed to go to the left, a little trap play to pull number 66 again. He wanted to kick out the defensive end on the left. Wasn't going to work, so Jackson cuts behind the pulling guard on a cutback, finds an opening down the right sideline and picks up a first down.
And the wind is really picking up, and it's now at the back of the Raiders as it was to start the game. 1st and 10 at the Brother Martin 31. Rummel on the move here.
They're on the move, but they need points.
Again, 3 receivers left. Diggs is the running back.
Comes the corner.
They rush the corner off the blitz. Diggs slips and falls, and he had an open path. He just tripped over himself. Bless his heart, he had an open field and would have had a lot of yards.
He'd have had at least a first down or more. Give credit to the Rummel offensive line that time. They blitzed the corner on the linebacker from the outside. They picked him up. When they picked him up, Diggs had an open field and just tripped and fell. He'd have had at least a first down or more.
As it is, just a yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Again, that's kind of been the way it is for Rummel. They move it, and then they stumble.
They got Chase split out by himself to the right side of the field. Let's see they go to him.
They're going to run it inside with Diggs. Nice cut, 25. He makes up for that last trip. Look at him go. Fighting to about the 15. A really good run by the freshman for a first down. It's a really fine run by Logan Diggs.
That's what you call north-south running at its best. He didn't hesitate. He saw that little crease. He took off. And I tell you, for Logan Diggs, he doesn't weigh that much, but he carried a few defenders with him that time. Good run by Diggs. 165-11, only a freshman.
14 yards and a first down to the 16 of Brother Martin. Rummel in the red zone. Snap it. Going to run Diggs inside left. Tripped up, finds 2, maybe 3 yards. Ball came out. The ball came out. Or did it? No, it didn't come out. It was just 2 players that were squaring off, but nothing happened.
I tell you, good defense that time.
No, the ball did come out, but he was down, is what they're saying. So it's a gain of 3. Shaky again as the ball security wasn't there.
Yeah, Benjamin Chaplin that time into the Rummel backfield. Lucky Diggs got any yards whatsoever.
Got to maintain possession of the ball, and Jackson comes back in. So it's 2nd down and 7 from the 13.
Rummel making it this game right now. They're dominating on the ground, Kenny.
Well, Brother Martin's inviting the run, but now they cheat a 4th man up and a 5th man, so they try to take the run away here, and Fields rolls right. He's got space. He could run it. He threw it, and it's going to be almost intercepted. He could have run for a touchdown. My goodness, and nobody was near him as he broke containment, and he threw it right to a white shirt, and very fortunate it wasn't turned over.
He could have walked into the end zone. He could have walked into the end zone.
Totally broke containment.
Yeah, when he got outside, it's no hesitation.
And, the murmuring is plausible here on this side. 3rd down and 7 yards to go from the 13. Wow. Motion into the formation, Chase across the formation. Fields the snap, heavy pressure, steps up, he's going to get sacked.
Yep.
So that's what happens when you miss the opportunity, and that's been Rummel's story the whole game.
All night long.
Sacked back at the 17-yard line. They move the ball, and they sputter. Loss of 4, 2nd sack for Brother Martin, and Rummel will have to try a field goal into the wind.
Into the wind. They had the ball for 7-8 minutes. Right there, that was huge. If Fields just keeps the ball, the worst he's going to get is a first down. I think he'd have scored.
Wind swirling now. It's now more of a crosswind again. It's really swirling. It's really blowing across again. And this is going to be a 34-yard attempt, right hash mark by Chris Faber.
It won't be a gimme, okay?
Of course not.
It will not be a gimme
Trying
whatsoever.
to cut into a 7-point deficit on a possession that's going to exceed 6 minutes.
It's 2 or 3 for field goals.
And what do we have here? So Rummel burns a timeout, so that doesn't help. I mean, it's just not a time that you want to have to use a timeout.
Yeah, but something was wrong. I see Coach Roth out there, and I don't know what was wrong.
And he's yelling at him. I mean, he's just blown a timeout in a close game. You know he didn't want to do that.
And he's yelling at the kick.
I mean, you got to have him set and get the play off. I mean, he's furious. Just very, very
he's upset.
shaky performance by Rummel here tonight. But frankly, they had a shaky performance last week as well.
Yeah, they did. I watched that game, Kenny. I watched y'all streaming it, and it was very shaky. They were lucky to win that game last week. Very shaky.
So a 34-yard attempt after a used timeout at the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Remember that timeout in a close game. That's critical.
That'll kill you at the end. Rummel's had the opportunity to score touchdowns. Hopefully they're going to come away with the field goal.
This again, 34 yards right hash mark, and it's taken forever after a timeout.
And it's not
try
going to be
this
an easy
out of the
kick.
hold of Donovan Mayer. Snap, spot. Kick has a lot of leg. It looks good, and it is good. So a timeout on the field, 5:55 to play in the third. It's now Brother Martin 14, Rummel 10. This is Rummel Raiders football on WGSO 990 AM at WGSO.com and watching live at CrescentCitySports.com. Thirteen-play drive, 57 yards, but it stalls, and Freeberg kicks a 34-yard field goal. And it's now 14-10. Brother Martin on top of Rummel. Ken Trahan along with Easton Roth. Freeberg will kick it off into that swirling wind. And Brother Martin will drop twin receivers deep, including Gilliatt and Faust.
On the last kickoff, they almost took it back. Ball being held by Jeremy. Let's see if they try to run it back to their right, Brother Martin.
Kickoff is high and deep, and it is returnable from the 1. Field to the 5 to the 10, the 15 to the 20, and room. 25-30, cut back open. 35-40, and nobody tackled him. He's gone. L.J. Gilliatt cuts back, made another miss. He's gone. Touchdown, Brother Martin. No, he's tackled at the 1.
Got a flag, Kenny.
There is a flag?
Yeah.
Wow.
Got a flag back to the 21-yard line.
Again, the kick coverage just porous, and the tackling even shakier. But there is a flag, a tremendous return by L.J. Gilliatt.
And what, they had a great opening. He thought opening, he hit it, but he broke some tackles, made a cutback, broke another tackle. But this is coming back, Brother Martin, not very happy.
Well, that's a critical penalty. It's going to pin Brother Martin back deep after they would have been at the Rummel 1.
Talk about it, we're taking some steam out of Rummel scoring that field goal right there. Right there may have done Rummel in, okay, Kenny?
Oh. Yeah, because Brother Martin's playing defense the way you have to play against Rummel. Just make them drive the field and, let them play, take the stuff, the running game underneath. They don't think they can make the big play in that.
And Rummel's running game's a little bit better than I thought coming into the game tonight, Kenny.
Right, but, they can't finish drives once they get down there.
But they've also taken some of the passing game away from Rummel. They've done a good job in his secondary.
Big 10-yard penalty, the 6th penalty, and 29 yards on Brother Martin.
But that's the big one.
Crusaders will start from their 12 with 5:37 to play in the third, leading 14-10. Let's see if
Rummel comes out.
Brother Martin continues to shine on offense, or if Rummel can make adjustments. Rummel pressing the line of scrimmage here. They're going to run Payne left. He runs into one, bounced off a tackle and gets yardage. Again, they're there but couldn't make a tackle, and now a late flag comes down.
Flag, that's going to go against them.
I mean, very late flag on the run by Payne.
All it could be a personal foul or face mask. Can't be a holding.
I think it's on Rummel.
Oh, yeah, it's on Rummel. There's no doubt.
The game was up to the 18, a gain of 6.
Yep. Face mask on him. Shooting himself in the foot every time they had him for a loss to begin with. They wouldn't have had the face mask.
Well, again, the tackling not there.
And gets him a first down. Rummel got the different defense that time. The different defensive scheme put pressure on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they pressed the line of scrimmage. I said that. Yeah.
They had a 4-man front. I know you said that.
Yeah.
4-man front. They're going to stay in it. Let's see.
So we'll see if that adjustment is going to be permanent, or we'll see. It was on the first play. Now the officials talk it over again after the 5-yard face mask.
Against Brother Martin. I don't know what it's
I think they might have broken the huddle with 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. A legal substitution. They did.
Yeah.
So they didn't have the right number of men on the field in that situation. And
yeah, on first down.
So it's going to be 1st and 15 from the 13. 7 penalties, 34 yards on Brother Martin.
Coach Benice wants to know what's going on. He's talking to the white hat. Pleading this case. I don't know if it's going to work or not.
Out on the field doing so.
Oh, yeah. He's having his way. He should if he feels he's right. You don't win too many of those battles with the officials, though.
1st and 15 from the 18-yard line as a result. John Paul Pierce, who's played very well, rushing for 59 yards and passing for 79 thus far.
Let's see if Mr. Pierce gets to keep the ball this time in that zone read. Rummel's back to the 3-man front.
From the 18-yard line. Snap it, take it, throw it down the middle in a heavy traffic. Woo. Dangerous throw, incomplete. The Rummel players down, but went for it, but don't get up. That was Kaufman, and could have easily been picked off.
Easy threw it to nothing but red shirts. The ball was deflected. Another red shirt from Rummel had a chance to pick it off.
Just
First
a little pop pass.
That's all it was, a little pop pass. They thought he'd catch Rummel coming hard again on a corner blitz. The guy would be open.
2nd and 15 at the 18-yard line.
Ooh, that's a good break that time. Anytime that ball bottles in the air, bad things happen. Fortunately for Brother Martin, not this time.
Tanner Olson, the big tight end, gives him a 2 tight end set here with Parenti, the other tight end.
Taking a lot of time, Brother Martin, to call timeout.
Yeah, they will. And they didn't like what they had. His quarterback, Pierce, is screaming at the sideline. He didn't like something. He's personnel-wise wasn't right, so both teams have had to waste a timeout here at a time they don't want to in the third quarter. So with 4:44 to play in the third, 14-10, Brother Martin on top. And both teams talk it over.
That was like Rummel, the change they did, come up a little bit 4-man front, but also kind of put the linebackers up close to the line of scrimmage and try to put a little bit more pressure on Brother Martin. But I'm still looking to see if they're going to try that zone read with the quarterback keeping the football. That's been a very successful play for them, especially when 2nd and around 13 or 14 was they have right now. It'd be a pretty good time to call that play by Coach Benice.
So the discussion on both sides takes place. It's going to be 2nd and 15 when play resumes.
Okay, a pretty nice crowd out here for Rummel and Brother Martin, both, especially with LSU on the tube and all. You know, you think it would diminish the crowd, but hey, both teams really have a great following, and it shows tonight.
That's no surprise with these two fine institutions.
Doesn't surprise me. But sometimes you never know.
So here it is, 2nd and 15. Pierce, the snap, fakes it, wants to throw it, pump fakes, wants to go deep down the middle. Faust out there, can't get it. Pretty good coverage. Would have taken a perfect throw. Caleb Powell on the coverage. They took a shot and it went incomplete.
He had Powell. Tell you what, it had some confusion in Rummel secondary because the safety for Rummel was nowhere around. That was Powell with a corner with him all the way down the middle of the field. Like Powell was looking for help and he wasn't there.
So it's going to be 3rd and 15. From the 18-yard line.
We're going back to 2 deep coverage again.
On 3rd and 15, Pierce the snap, wants to throw, corner blitz. He's in trouble, just flips it out of there to running back. He'll be hit for a loss. Great defense. And the Raiders there to stuff Josh Paul Morgan, as a really good play made by Jordan Williams, the sophomore, for Rummel.
When they wanted to go deep that time, the deep coverage by Rummel was excellent. Had a little safety valve sitting out there, but good defense by the Rummel Raiders, and chased them. Goes back for Rummel, and Rummel should come up in great field position here. Dunbar standing at about the 50-yard line.
It's a loss of 4.
Jamar Chase, I should say.
And a punting situation. Snap it. Good rush. He just got it off. Chase caught it at the 46. Chase cuts back at the 50. Chase evades and he's at the 45-40. Chase is going to be hit hard. Broke another tackle and goes out of bounds. What an athlete he is.
Oh. You talk about a run on its own right there. Once he made the first guy miss and he cut it to the outside, made the second guy miss. Just a great open field tackle, but that Brother Moore defender kept Jamar Chase from taking the distance. So Rummel again, great field position. They're going to start right at the Brother Moore 35 or 33 off the 34-yard line.
Well, was there a flag? No, the officials just went back to pick up a whistle on the ground. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Rummel at the Brother Martin 35 with 3:54 to play in the third quarter. 14-10, the lead for Rummel. And they're going to go with 2 backs here. First time we've seen that. Both Diggs and Jackson are in the backfield. Interesting formation. 3 receivers set. Brother Martin with a 5-man front. Rummel wants to throw against it. It does, underneath incomplete. That was in traffic and it wasn't there.
About to run a little tunnel screen right there to Chase.
And Brother Martin really made an adjustment there. They went to a 5-man front.
Yeah.
2nd down, and if they're going to go 5-man front, you got to throw. 2nd and 10 at the 35. Rummel has run against that 3-man front very well.
We're going to see it right here, the 3-man front.
Because it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. And you got a double stack on receivers to both sides.
And motion, breaking that with Chase across the formation left, making the strong side. Snap at the Fields. With time, steps up. He wants to run. He looks to cut back, not there. Should a tackle and goes out of bounds with a 1st down. Right at the 25. Good run by Fields.
Good job by Fields that time. Looked like he wanted to throw it. Did the smart thing, broke that first tackle, and made the 1st down and got out of bounds. So Rummel with another great opportunity for the ball at the Crusader 25-yard line.
Well, I mean, we've been here before. Rummel's been able to get the ball in the Brother Martin territory frequently, but they have not been able to finish drives. 1st and 10 of the Brother Martin 25.
They don't want to come out of this with a field goal. They want a touchdown here.
3 receivers left. Jackson's in the backfield with Fields.
It'd be a run right here to Jackson with Jackson.
Snap it. They'll run Jackson on a zone play. Bounces it right. He's in trouble. Spins away from a defender and picked up 3.
I don't know how he got 3 yards, okay, but he got it.
That's his stop. Puts him over 100 yards now. He's at 102 yards rushing in the game. And another player is down on the field.
Brother Martin player down. I don't know who it is.
No, it's a Rummel player down.
Rummel player, yeah, I see now.
It looks like a lineman, too. No, that's Jackson.
That's Jackson.
It's Jackson, and if he's down, they're in deep trouble. They just don't have any depth.
They don't have any.
They've already without Trufant.
Hopefully it's cramps.
Yeah, it's a cooler night, though.
Yeah, I know, but still, sometimes playing this artificial turf, that's what it looks like they're doing. But I don't know.
That's going to leave him with a freshman running back in Logan Diggs. And
who's behind Diggs? Nobody?
Sturgis.
That's it.
So, I mean, you've got an offense that's already hampered by missing its 2 best offensive linemen, Manning and Ross. And missing 2 receivers in Moore and Young.
Yeah, 2 good receivers.
And now you're looking at Jackson being down. Jay Roth's walking away. He knows whatever it is. Jackson is up, and he's walking.
That's good news right there. You know, you start the season for Rummel, you look at, man, I got 5 great receivers, so we're going to be okay. And all of a sudden, you lose 2 of them in one ball game. You lose your best offensive lineman in the same ball game. That's not good news.
Nope. It's going to be 2nd and 7 at the 22. Of course, Jackson will be out of the game at least for a play, if not more. We'll check in with Andres at the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll make an attempt to go down to him right at the end of the 3rd quarter. Three receivers left and a single to the right.
You got Jamar Chase by himself to the sideline, but he's double covered. It's covered.
Yeah, they roll the safety over. They got that 2 deep look all game.
Oh, yeah.
Chase, or rather Fields, steps up. Fields has open field. 20, 15, out of bounds. Looks to have another first down. Made another good decision there.
Well, and that's the right decision because Jamar Chase split out there, Ken, and they got him double covered. They rolling up on him, and then the safety's covered in deep. So the defensive, if you block their defensive end, you roll to that side, you have nobody there for the first 10 yards. And that's a good call and a good play by Fields.
So again, Rummel's in the red zone of the Brother Martin 14 with 3 minutes to play in the third. First and 10 of the 14. Diggs remains the running back. Looking at Jackson on the sideline, he got some water. Looks to be all right from this vantage point. But it's Diggs in the backfield, a freshman, and he'll get the ball and get hit for a big loss. Brother Martin blitzed off both corners, and they destroyed Diggs. Yep. Huge loss. This is, again, what's happened to Rummel the whole game. And Brother Martin in the red zone has just stopped Rummel. And they stop him here for a 5-yard loss to the 19.
They lined up a 3-man front. They sent both of those guys, and there was no chance.
Well, I think you said it. They showed a 3-man front. Then they cheated 2 up quickly, blitzed, and nobody blocked them. It's 2nd and 15.
Nobody picked either one of them up.
That's good. Good disguise of defense, good defensive execution by the Crusaders. 2nd and 15. Snap it to Fields, wants to throw it. A lot of time looking, can't find anyone. Guy rolls left, he needs help. He's looking, he's throwing. Incomplete. Good defense by Brother Martin again. Intended for Renton. And it's going to be 3rd down and 15.
Then the problem trying to get it into the end zone.
Well, what they're doing is they're doubling Chase now, and they're just going to make him go somewhere else unless he wants to just throw it up for Chase. That's sound defense by Brother Martin.
I think that's what he's going to try to do, is throw it up. That time he tried to get the ball to Jacob Renton. Renton came back toward him, but there was no way that was going to work.
3rd down and 15 from the 19-yard line. Right hash mark. Brother Martin showing a 4-man front.
They're coming again from the outside. They're coming.
Steps up, looking. He decides to run. That's not going to do anything.
Won't do it at all.
Got a yard, and Rummel's going to have to try another field goal. And again, Brother Martin bends but doesn't break. The story of the game. And if they win, that's why they're going to win. Their defense, when it's mattered, has been really good.
They've held Rummel out of the end zone, Kenny, 4 times?
Yeah, Rummel got the short field and couldn't do anything with it off of the big return by Chase.
Right.
And now a 35-yard field goal by Freeber. This is 1 yard deeper than the other from the exact same spot. Right hash mark.
There could be pressure coming. They're going to put some pressure.
Good snap spot. The kick has a lot of leg, and it is no good. He missed it left.
Yep. No doubt about it from the get-go. It was no good. Kenny, you realize Rummel dominated the third quarter. They had the ball the whole third quarter and came up with a total of 3 points.
Yep, Brother Martin had the ball for 3 plays.
Yep, that was it.
4 plays counting the punt, and now they'll get it at the 20.
Yeah.
With 1:29 to play in the third. Well, the Rummel defense is rested, that's for sure.
They all rested, but
the Rummel offense is just unable to score.
Can't score a touchdown.
They don't get a field goal
here. Where the credit goes to? Brother Martin defense.
Absolutely. When it's mattered, they have been nails.
They have been there. They have had great
bend but don't break. 1st and 10 Crusaders at their own 20. Rummel in a 4-man front with a 4-linebacker look behind him. That's the first time we've seen that. So they've cheated more men closer to the line of scrimmage. And here's a cutback play, and Rummel's going to stuff it. That's what happens when you get more men closer to the line of scrimmage. You challenge them to throw. Brotherton, with a big pop, drills the ball carrier, who gets nowhere on the play.
They down
it's slow to rise as Rouge, but he's up.
I'm still waiting for the zone read with Pierce keeping the football.
Sure.
I can't see them not going back to that, especially now with this look here.
2nd down and 10 at the 20 as we reach a minute to play in the third quarter. Still 14-10 Brother Martin. Rummel showing blitz here.
Man-to-man coverage.
Snap it. Speed sweep with Moore. He's got a lot of room. 25 and a first down, it appears, across the 30. So even with the players up front, Rummel can't stop the run here. And a first down for Moore, who's had a really good game. Gain of 11 to the 31.
Yeah, very good call. Rummel sending everybody. Blitzing from the inside. Jet sweep to the outside. Once he turned the corner, there was nobody there.
So first down Crusaders on the run by Moore of 11 yards to the 31-yard line with 43 seconds to play in the third quarter. Big first down with the quarter about to change and getting field position as well. Snap it. Fake it, throw it down the middle. Parenti caught it and now drops it. And they're going to say incomplete.
Incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Oh, that's close.
So Pierce incomplete for Parenti. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Hey, when he had him, that quick slant is, giving Rummel trouble.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line. Rummel switching corners. They're going to need to run somebody out left. They finally do.
Yeah, they finally get Powell over.
On 2nd and 10. Showing blitz again.
Showing blitz again.
And they're coming, and he fakes it, and he runs it outside and throws it. That's a great catch if he caught the ball. Goodness gracious.
Great catch.
Terrific catch by Moore for a gain of 2 or 3. But, boy, that ball looked like it was at the ground. He just made a terrific catch.
I think they're saying the ball hit the ground.
No, he caught it.
Okay, it'll be 3rd down.
So this might have been the last play of the 3rd quarter. We'll see a gain of 2. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
That was a super catch for only 2 yards, but it was good. Third long really, Kenny, has not bothered Brother Martin that much. They've been very successful in 3rd.
And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters, our score is Brother Martin 14, Rummel 10. We'll check in with Andres back in the 4th quarter in a moment. This is Rummel Football, WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and at CrescentCitySports.com. Fourth quarter set to begin. 14-10. Andres Fuentes down on the field. Andres, what's the pulse down there?
How's it going, guys? I'm here from the sideline to get you guys a little report. Correll Jackson did hurt his right leg a little bit. He hobbled on the without any help. He was just hobbling around. He's stretching out right now, but I do not think he'll be making the return at all. But let's talk a little bit about Correll Jackson in the game from the Raiders. It has all been the running game this quarter as Correll Jackson and the other running back Logan Diggs have been dominating that end. But it's been a weird tale for Archbishop Rummel. It's been consistently inconsistent. They have been getting into Brother Martin territory, but haven't been able to score.
Drop.
But the big plus is neither has Brother Martin. Brother Martin has yet to be able to score this.
Thank you, Andres. The pass was incomplete. Wide open tight end, and a big miss by Tanner Olson there, Easton. That was a great opportunity.
I tell you what, they had Rummel completely fooled right there, Kenny. The tight end for Brother Martin, number 88, Gilliard, right in his hand.
Olson had it. That was not 88. It was Olson, the tight end. Here's the kick. That's a tremendous punt over the head of Chase. 15, 10, 5, inside the 5, and it goes into the end zone. Wow, fantastic punt. 67 yards, no return. And Rummel will start from its 20 with 11:44 to play. The big miss by Brother Martin, wasn't it?
Hey, I'll tell you one thing. Rummel's lucky the ball and die down around the 1 yard line. They're very happy to see it come to the 20-yard line. But Kenny, again, with Jackson out, their running game is going to be really limited right now.
Very limited. They're going to have to win it throwing the ball.
They're going to have to throw the ball.
Fields is going to have to run it, and sometimes they'll line up with no running backs. But Jackson's going on the field, so much for that. He's on the field.
That takes care of that.
So he's on the field. He'll try to go. 1st and 10 from the 20. And the way this game's unfolded, Rummel's going to need a big play. They have not been able to drive the field and score.
They're going to need a big play either to Francione or to Chase. One of those two are going to have to break. But they got them covered right here. They got to start going to the bottom.
On 1st and 10, they're going to run Jackson inside. He finds a hole, 25, 30. Nice cutback. Gets 14. Well, we've seen this all day. They've been able to get these yards running, but they haven't been able to finish drives. 15 yards and a first down to the 35.
They've been able to get the yards running from 20-yard line to about the 20, but when they get inside the red zone, that is shut down completely. They haven't been able to punch it in.
Well, they're just telling him to run the ball with a 3-man front.
Right here, they're telling him to run the ball
First
again
and
right
10.
now.
He drops the ball and falls on it, and this has been the Rummel offense.
That's it.
Aborted play for a 6-yard loss.
Yep, make 10 yards on the first, about 15 or 20 yards the first down, and then here comes the big critical mistake right there. Just a missed handoff. Now it's 2nd and long. You know they've got to put the ball in the air. Brother Martin, they're getting that 3-man front. They're going to drop 8 people down. They're going to have Chase over here to the bottom of the field. They're going to put double coverage on him that they've done all in the second half.
2nd down and 16 from the 29. 11 minutes to play in the game. 14-10 Crusaders on top. Fields handles this snap, looks outside, throws it, and overthrown. Well out of the reach of Chase. It's 3rd down and 16.
And from the get-go right there, Chase is going to be open on the out because they were trying to cover it from the inside out, which is very difficult to do. But, just a bad throw. Maybe the wind had something to do with that throw.
Well, you got to give Brother Martin a lot of credit. Chase has not caught a pass in the second half after catching 6 in the first half. They've obviously changed their coverage, and they've changed their philosophy, rolling a safety to help every time on them. 3rd and 16. And they do so again now.
3rd and 16. I guess you look for Francione. He's been a key guy when they need yards. Let's see what happens here.
Fields against the 3-man rush. Dances around back there. Now rolls left. Now rolls right. He's got to do something with the ball. He's just going to throw it out of bounds over everybody. And there is a flag down anyway, so that's going to be holding. Brother Martin's going to decline it, and they'll get the ball. And they should get it in good field position as well. Rummel into the wind.
It just looks like, Fields doesn't want to hang in that pocket.
No, and he's only got a 3-man rush. He had time.
Yeah, he had time to throw it, Kenny.
Yeah.
He got out the pocket too soon.
Couldn't agree more. Now, this is intentional grounding, I think. I think that's what they're going to call. Now, Jackson was over there.
Yeah, he was over there, no doubt about it.
Out of bounds. Might have been behind the line of scrimmage, and that would be why. Talking to Mark Bonise about the option here. Now they'll have a discussion about this.
Either way, Brother wants to get great field position.
Well, I mean, the whole drive is ruined by the inability to handle a snap.
Yep.
And just kind of puts you back. And Brother Martin's been too good. They give up first downs, but they're not giving up anything big. So an illegal block in the back. After all of that, I mean, again, it takes you that long to determine this. You know they're going to decline it. It's 4th down. And Rummel will have to punt it away, and Freeburg will have to hit a good one here.
He's up to hit an excellent punt. Brother Martin will get the ball somewhere. They may get the ball inside of Rummel territory.
Very well could with the wind the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, you see the punt returner standing up on his right at his own 43-yard line. And Brother Martin may put pressure right here. They may come after this one.
10-man front.
They got.
Now they back out of it.
Good snap.
And the return on it's a wobbly short punt. It'll bounce at the 45, bounces at the 40, goes out of bounds, and Brother Martin will start from about its 39 with 10:30 to play, leading 14-10. And it's on the Rummel defense again to try to keep them within a score here, which is the case right now.
And the Rummel defense can't really. The offense has had the ball for Rummel most of the second half. Brother Martin had run many plays. Right now, Brother Martin would like to get a drive going and at least come up with a field goal.
Well, what Rummel's doing is trying to take away the run here in the second half. That's all they're doing, and trying to make them throw the ball. Pierce is 8 of 15, 77 yards for the Crusaders. He has Payne Morgan in the backfield with him, who's had a good game. Now Rummel goes back to that 3-man front, so back to the first half look here. On 1st and 10, and they're going to run into that front. And Payne Morgan, stiff arms, another missed tackle. And we've said that a lot, hasn't we? And he's out to about the 45, a gain of 6.
All night long, they had him stopped in the backfield.
Give Payne Morgan credit as he's got 74 yards rushing in the game now, and he came into the game with 72 on the year.
72 on the year.
2nd down and 4. Crusaders at their own 45.
And Quentin Cage had a drop ball loss.
Brother Martin's played error-free football. They have not turned it over. Rummel goes to a stack front, and they run Morgan, and Morgan's going to be hit and drop. I think Rummel's got to stay with that because they got to make him throw the ball. Good job for the Raiders by number 76, Evance Brown.
Well, Kenny, I noticed one thing after that play. The quarterback Pierce, after he gave it to Morgan, he'd have kept it himself. No telling how far he would have run.
Well, here's a big 3rd and 5 for both teams.
Yep.
3rd down and 5 from the 44. Payne Morgan saying, why didn't you reset the play clock? Now he backs off. Play clock's at 5. And he'll get it off. Fakes it, wants to throw it. He has a lot of time. He's going to throw it deep for Moore, and it's incomplete. Diving attempt, but couldn't get there, and it'll be a punting situation.
I just can't believe how the receivers for Brother Martin, they just wide open. It had taken a perfect throw, but hey, that was almost a touchdown. There was nobody there.
So it's a punting situation. Alfonso, the last time he punted it, smashed a 67-yarder. Quick snap here, rushes on, and he got it off. Another beautiful high kick. Chase caught it with a fair catch at about the 18, so Rummel gets it back with 9:26 to play. Boy, Alfonso's punting really good.
I tell you, if Walker would go for a spot, he goes too close to the kicker. If he'd have went and taken an angle and spread out, I think he'd block the punt coming across. Again, Rummel, it's up to them now, 9:25. They have the ability to move the ball. Let's see what they can do here.
From their own 18-yard line, they'll start. They have 2 timeouts left. They've got 9:25, and they've got an acre to go from their own 18-yard line. What can this offense produce? Again, Chase has not caught a pass in the second half. They just haven't been able to get on the ball. Would you try maybe running him like jet sweep? Just get the ball in his hands. He is your best player.
Speed sweep. I do something, a little screen pass. But where they got him covered right now, he can get the out route right now. They can put him.
There he is in motion into the formation, but across the formation.
But Brother Morton makes that adjustment immediately.
Snap it. Going to run it inside left. Bounced off 1 tackle and got about 3, did Jackson, to the 21.
I mean, Brother Morton made the adjustment a second. More Chase is not going to beat us, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to take him away.
Very sound.
Go somewhere else.
Very sound.
They haven't looked to go to Walker. Jeremy Walker's out here one-on-one on like a little up and out, out and up, something like that, when he's got single coverage.
2nd and 7 at the 21. Fields with Jackson in the backfield with him. Motion Francione this time.
Right here, they want to go.
Snap it. Run Jackson on a delay right. He's open at the 25, cut back 30. He's at the 35, 40. He's at the 45 and tackled for a first down by Watts. And about the 48-yard line, another good run by Kyrell Jackson, 27 yards.
Good block up by the offensive line. Rummel Raiders again, first down, great field position. But again, Kenny, with 8 minutes left, can they finish it off? That's been a problem.
Well, again, the big play is what Rummel needs. They haven't been able to produce it.
Right, they got to get themselves in a 2nd and 5 or something of that kind here.
1st and 10 at the 48.
Here comes the corner. They're coming from the corner.
Francione motions.
Takes it away.
Slots left. Fields wants to throw to Chase into double coverage. Sideline, great catch. He caught it, and it's a good catch out of bounds at the 25. And they beat double coverage. A first down, 23 yards.
Into the sideline. Great throw. Great concentration by Jabbar Chase to come down with that football. Brother Morton could not have had better coverage than what they had.
25 yards and a first down. 7th catch for Chase. He's at 109 yards.
Diggs in the backfield now.
As Jackson comes out, motion Francione. On 1st and 10 at the 25, they run Diggs inside left. Shook 1 tackle, took a big hit, falls forward for about 4.
That's a good play, though. Tell you what, he took a big hit in the back. Normally take a hit like he took like that, spinning that ball bounces out. Good job by Diggs. And Jackson comes back into the ball game.
2nd down and 6 from the 21. Under 8 minutes to play. 14-10, Brother Martin on top.
They're not looking field goal here, Kenny. They're going to go 4 downs, okay?
Fields, hard count, backs off. Looks over to the sideline. 4 receiver set, the familiar set for Rummel. Twins to either side.
They might run Jackson again right here in that 3-man
against that 3-man front. Chase in motion across the formation left.
I think we're going to see that again.
And they're going to run Fields on a keeper, and it's not there. Stumbles, keeps his balance, and simply goes out of bounds for a short gain. Well, they tried to fool him, and it didn't work.
Didn't work at all. But it's going to be a 4-down zone here, Kenny. They're not going to go for a field goal here. They got to go for the touchdown here.
He did get 4 yards to the 17. It didn't look like much, but it's going to be 3rd and 2, and you're right. Yeah, you're basically thinking 2 downs to get 2 yards.
Right. They got 2 downs to make 2 yards.
3rd and 2 from the 17-yard line.
And Brother Martin knows that too. They got a 5-man
man front.
They know that too. They're going to come hard from the corners.
And they're going to motion Chase, trying to get him isolated.
The 24 is coming hard, okay? Right there.
Run Jackson, and he's tackled. So
the guy got
Rummel loses again.
24.
Loss of 1, and there it is.
You could see he was coming. Nobody blocked him.
It's a familiar refrain. A loss of 1, and it's 4th and 3. And again, a great stand by Brother Martin is going to force Rummel to go for it here.
Yeah, they have to go for it.
Sure they do. And you don't want to waste the time out here either.
You see it. I mean, the end man, the line.
You can see it coming.
Has got to block 24. I mean, that's his man.
So 4th and 3 at the 18. Brother Martin has stopped him in every one of these situations today.
You got to watch 24 for Brother Martin. He may come again. Right, he's lining up like he's coming.
He's coming again. So is Alfonso on the other side.
Both of them are coming.
Snap to Fields. Looks to throw it quick when he does, and it's dropped by Francione. Dropped the ball, and Brother Martin gets it back.
Right in his hands. You can't argue with that throw. He went to Francione. Ball should have been caught. Nothing but a quick slant pass. He was hit hard, but that ball was catchable. It had been a first down.
And the ball was out before he got hit.
Yep.
So Brother Martin gets another huge stop at the 18-yard line. They get it back with 6:46 to play with a chance at a winning drive here. Because if they can put a drive together here and score, they win this game.
Yes, they do. Rummel had chances in the second half.
Well, they've dominated, but they can't score. They just can't score.
Couldn't score.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
This must stop here for Rummel.
Rummel presses the line of scrimmage again. And Brother Martin will run Payne Morgan, and he shook one tackle and gets out to about the 22 or 23, picked up 4.
The ball almost popped loose too. Kind of went to his hip, but he held on to it. The young man's had a great football game tonight, Morgan.
Rush for 77 yards. 2nd down and 6. Clock running with 6:25 and counting. Brother Martin at its own 22.
I think Brother Martin wants to run some clock if they can.
That's precisely what they're doing.
No doubt about it.
From the 22-yard line. Long count. And flags come down before the play as they tried to run Lasserre. He's playing both ways. Procedure penalty against the Crusaders will cost him 5. Five yards to the 17-yard line. That's their 8th penalty, and 39 yards. So a lot of penalties, but not many yards. So it's 2nd and 11 now at the 17. With 6 minutes to play in the game. 14-10, Brother Martin on top. Single receiver to either side. And he wants to throw. And he rolls right. Good run. He's going to gun it deep instead. Incomplete.
Oh, they get a one pass interference call, but it's not going to be called.
No, it's not going to be pass interference there.
I know they warranted bad, but it's not.
And it's 3rd down. And 11. Stops the clock with 5:41 to play.
Could be the play of the game right here, Mr. Trahan.
Well, I mean, obviously, given the circumstances, on 3rd and 11, Brother Martin wants to sustain a drive here and keep the ball. And Rummel wants to get a stop and get it back. 3rd down and 11. Let's see what Mark Moniz dials up. Well, Rummel substitutes freely with defenders here.
Let's see the dial up a quick slant route.
On 3rd and 11 from the 17. That's the 4-man front. Gonna fake it, wants to throw it. Has time, throws it to the tight end Olsen. Olsen's tackled in the open field, big tackle. Stops him short of a 1st down. That's a huge stop right there.
Great open field tackle. Is that Powell?
That's Powell, Caleb Powell.
Because that big tight end has about 8 inches taller than him and about 200 pounds heavier than him. Good one-on-one tackle.
Huge. 9 yards, but short of a 1st down. And a punting situation for Alfonso has been really good.
No penalty here, no roughing the kicker.
Chase in the deep position, of course, that's who you want to touch the ball here.
Yes.
Low snap, it bounced to him, but Rummel's got a safety on, and Brother Martin's got coverage galore. Fair catch called for and taken to the 30.
First time.
I guess the question I have there is if you have a safety on to return it, how do they have 3 guys down there just waiting for him in his face?
Yeah.
That was a fair catch all the way. And now Rummel starts from its 30.
Rush on to get the bad snap.
Yeah, exactly. Go figure.
Yeah.
So Brother Martin's defense is the story of this game. They have come up with stop after stop after stop in this game, pressured by Rummel's offense throughout. Can Brother Martin's defense do it again? Or can the Raiders finally solve them?
Be Rummel's last chance right here with 4:55
Could
left.
very well be. 1st and 10 from their own 30.
No backs.
Empty backfield, double slot right. They have Jackson in the slot, so he's in the game. But and now rolling right. Field stops. He wants to throw back deep down the middle for Walker, and he caught it. Great throw, great catch. Walker's inside the 20 to the Brother Martin 18. What a beautiful throw.
Get it. I sat all night in the covering Walker one-on-one. They haven't thrown to him all night. That time, he looked like he was to run a little out route, broke it right back, right down the middle. Great concentration by Walker to make the catch, and a great throw by Chandler Fields. The problem is, Kenny, can they score
This is where they've been throughout. 52 yards and a first down.
This is it. You know, Jackson's going to get it here. They're going to give him the ball a first down.
To the 18-yard line of Brother Martin. They motion Francione.
They got what they want right here with Jackson. They block up front. They got something.
They run Jackson, and guess what? Rummel moves, false starts, going to make it 1st and 15.
That's what I'm saying. Every time.
It has been over and over and over again.
Jackson might have had a touchdown there. They had what they wanted. The 3-man front. They're going to have a huge hole, and they move.
And they get behind the chains again. 3rd penalty, only the 3rd, 24 yards. What a critical time that comes.
But I mean, you know, you've been playing maybe a 1st and 10 around the 10-yard line. Now it's crucial.
I mean, Brother Martin is just gunning it out there, surviving here in the second half.
Well, Rummel's
dominated, but they cannot score. Or can they do so now? 1st and 15.
High
They're
snap.
Run nobody. A slant outside to whom?
I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know what
Nobody was looking for the ball.
Right.
And it's incomplete. There were all kinds of shirts over there.
Yeah, they had 3 people there.
I mean, every time they get down deep, this is what's happened to Rummel. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's mental.
Oh, I mean, you gotta have some doubt in your mind. I mean, clearly for this to be occurring.
I mean, now they got 2 downs to make 15 yards. They got to throw it. Brother Martin knows they're going to throw it.
2nd and 15 to the 23 with 4:08 to play.
Martin knows they're going to throw it to Chase right here deep.
And Rummel moved again. Left tackle jumps, and now it's 2nd and 20.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
So that will be the 4th penalty and 29 yards on Rummel. And 2 when it matters most on this drive.
You get 2 penalties in the pass throw.
And the field goal's not in play. It would be had they made one earlier, but they missed one that they had a shot at. So now it's 2nd and 20 at the 28. You'd suggest a screen pass or something, but Brother Martin's playing soft defensively.
I think they'll try to get it to Jamar Case. They'll throw it up and hope he can grab it.
Now what? Officials want to talk with 4:02 to play. On 2nd and 20 is. Again, they needed the big play. They got one, but they couldn't finish it. Referee.
Something to do with the clock.
Reset the clock.
There we go.
Now winds it.
They're going to go to Jabbar.
Why is the clock running out of an incomplete pass and a false start? I don't understand that. Now they stop it again. They ran 4 seconds off the clock just now. I have no idea what that was all about.
There you go.
2nd and 20. Snap it. Just a pitch play left in there. Jackson broke 1 tackle. Runs hard through another. He runs through another. 10, 5. What a run by Carell Jackson. Fantastic run. Touchdown Jackson. 28 yards. And
get away.
Rummel leads it 16 to 14 on a fantastic run by Carell Jackson. The run of his career.
Well, Carell Jackson showed what he's made up right there, okay? That was on his own. He was trapped, ran over people, ran around people. And Kenny, then he showed speed down the sideline. I didn't think he had.
He was just not going to be denied there.
At all.
Now you got an important extra point to try to make it a 3-point game. Mayer the holder, Freebert the kicker. Rummel finally finished a drive. Snap is good. The spot is good.
Yeah, but hey,
there's a leap over the top. It's extra points good. That's not supposed to be legal.
No, it's not legal. You cannot run over the top. That's illegal.
Well, they didn't call it. And it's 17-14 with 3:54 to play.
That's a point of emphasis all year. Look, Jay's on the field telling them that.
Well, I mean, I don't know how they can allow that to happen. I mean, it was clear as day.
Yeah, Jay's talking to him right now. You can't have that. That's automatic 15-yard penalty. That gives field position.
Oh, it's a 3-play drive, 70 yards. And it took just 1:01 off the clock. So Brother Martin will have plenty of time to answer here.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be on the Rummel defense now to be able to come up with a stop. It's 17-14 Raiders with 3:54 left to play in the game.
First thing Rummel's got to do, Kenny, is to stop him on the kickoff return, okay?
Yeah, that's been a problem, hasn't it?
Yeah, that has been a problem. That's the first thing they've got to do, not to give him great field position.
So Freebird to kick it off. Gilliott, who's had a big return. Faust are deep. And here's the kickoff. It sails deep, but it is returnable for Gilliott from the 5. Across the field to the 10. Brule missed him. He's cutting back at the 15. Red shirts are there, and they'll stop him here. So that time the coverage was good.
Very good.
And Brother Martin will start inside its 20 with 3:45 to play, trailing Rummel 17-14. Remember, they won it last year on a last-minute drive against Rummel.
And remember this, we said Rummel's defense had to come play in the second half, and they have, Kenny. But, of course, Rummel's offense has had the football most of the second half.
Now the Rummel defense, it's on them, and it's on the Brother Martin offense. As I mentioned, they came through in the same situation last year to beat Rummel.
I was there, I know.
From the 17-yard line.
Let's see, Rummel gets a little press again. They might try a little bit press again.
On 1st and 10.
4-man front.
Snap it. Run a cutback play and tackle. Lasser gets 2.
Very good tackle by Powell.
Caleb Powell. Yeah.
Open field up. Last 2 plays, he's made some big plays.
Eric Lasser, who was a running back last year, a good defensive back this year, they put him in now to run the ball because they need a play, and they got a really good athlete back there.
Well, hey, he was 1 man away from having a big play, okay?
Lasser got 2 to the 19 at 2nd and 8, 3:20 and counting.
Let's see if they go deep to number 5. The middle of the field's going to be wide open here. Let's see.
No one in the deep middle. They do play fake it. They're looking down the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, Brule!
And they're going to call targeting. They're going to call targeting as Perenni got drilled, and that's going to cost Rummel 15 yards. So a big penalty against the Raiders here is going to cost them. As we have a chance to watch it again. Big hit, a little bit high. 15-yard personal foul on Rummel. We'll put the ball at the 34.
Boy, that would have been 3rd down and long. Now, all Brother Moore needed some field goal to send this in overtime.
5 penalties for 44 yards on Rummel. Brother Martin gets a penalty first down, I should say. A first down by penalty. And the Crusaders will have much better field position now. Perenni's taken some big hits in this game. In that type of game, should be at the 34 if they marked it correctly.
Yeah.
That's where they'll put it down with 3:08 to play. And a new set of downs. Rummel has not come up with a turnover in this game. Brother Martin has one big one that they forced. Receivers to either side. Twins to the right, single left on 1st and 10. Snap it, and keeps it, and cuts it in, and now cuts it out, and he's going to be tackled at the 38, a gain of about 4. Good open field tackle for the Raiders by Ron Franklin.
Ron Franklin, great one-on-one tackle.
Gain of 4, it's 2nd and 6, 2:50 and counting to play.
And Brother Martin right here, Kenny, again, this is 4-down territory for Brother Martin. They call, won't be no punt here.
2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line. Pearson shotgun. Strong left formation. And they'll run it that way. And a hole and a first down for Lasser as he sprints across the 45 to the 47, a gain of 9 and a first down for the Crusaders.
Great play. They've had success in that play all night long.
So Lasser playing offense when it matters, comes up big here, and a first down to the 47 with 2:25 to play. This will likely be the final possession of the game either way.
Either way, you're right.
At the 47, Brother Martin. Strong left formation again. And they're going to run it. No, they're going to throw it. Pierce throws down the middle, fouls 40, 35-30, 25-20, and a first down, Brother Martin, to the Rummel 20. Faust comes up with his first big play of the game, and that gives Brother Martin a great opportunity all the way down to the 19-yard line with 2:04 to play.
Give Pierce all the credit right there. He set it up perfectly. Rummel took the bite, threw a perfect strike to a wide-open receiver.
34 yards to Faust. To the Rummel 19-yard line. Beautiful throw and catch.
Perfect.
From Lacer on a cutback. He's open at the 15. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he's down near the 5. With 1:41 to play, Lacer has come in and he has sparked this offense. First and goal, Brother Martin. Right at the Rummel 5-yard line.
What really made all this possible, Kenny, was the targeting call. Remember that, okay?
Absolutely.
They'd have had a third down and about 9.
Brother Martin 5 yards away from a possible win here. First and goal. And now Brother Martin looking toward the sideline. Again, Lacer's come in and played offense when it mattered most here. Boy, has he come through in a big way on this drive. 25 yards on 3 carries.
And he's going to get it again. I'd give it to him again.
Again, he's played the whole game on defense at defensive back. When it matters here, he's back in on offense where he was last year and playing very well. Brother Martin has ripped off 4 first downs on this drive, which started at their own 17. Just like last year, Rummel had the lead late, and they couldn't stop Brother Martin when it mattered most, and it's looking that way again. The question is, the clock is running. Brother Martin's going to let the clock run down.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
First and goal from the 5. Snap it. Keeps it, and he will score, and Brother Martin takes the lead with 1:29 left on a touchdown run of 5 yards by John Paul Pierce. Wide open. It's been there all day, hasn't it?
It has been there all day, and it made it work again. But again, the big play of this game, like that's only one big play now. That's a targeting penalty. I gave him that first down, gave him the spark that they needed, okay?
With 1:28 left, Brother Martin takes the lead, and now the extra point, this is big, would put him up 4 and take the field goal away. Jack Landry will try it. Snap is good, the spot is good, the kick is up, he's hit it well, and he hits it good. So, with 1:28 to play, it's Brother Martin leading Rummel 21-17. Raiders have one more shot. They'll have 2 timeouts left, but they need a touchdown.
That's opportunity. Rummel had the opportunity on Jackson's great run. They get the penalty, and that was a killer.
Well, I mean, they still had a chance to stop them, but their defense didn't stop anybody when it mattered there. That's just a great drive by Brother Martin.
One first down after the other.
Drive that went 6 plays and 83 yards. That's all it took him, was 6 plays. It took 2:07 off the clock, and Brother Martin is 1:28 away from beating Rummel for a second straight year on a 4th quarter drive. Raiders still have a chance to say something about it. We'll see what they can come up with.
Well, Rummel should get decent field position. You know they're going to pooch him.
Well, they're going to kicking off with the wind at his back, though.
Yeah, I don't know. They moved Jamar Chase up thinking they're going to pooch the ball. Hey, if I was them, I'd kick you deep now. That would be the thing to do. I'd kick you deep.
So Landry will kick it off.
And the way Brother Martin's lining up, they're going to kick you deep.
I think they should with the wind at their back.
Yeah, I think they're going to kick you deep. No doubt in my mind.
Long approach, hits it high, hits it deep, and drives them back, and that's a touchback. So make them start at the 20. Great job by Brother Martin.
Well, they had to kick you deep. That's the only thing.
With the wind in his back, you knew that was coming. Rummel has to go 80 yards in 1:28.
You'll see Brother Martin a prevent defense there, which is no doubt. They're going to drop them all deep. They're going to give them the sideline pass, give them some little short routes, but they're going to make sure they can tackle them after they catch it.
Does Rummel have any magic left in them? Can they do to Brother Martin what Brother Martin just did to them? And what Brother Martin did to him a year ago?
Does Rummel have the old hook and lateral in their thing they beat Catholic High with a couple of years ago? Let's see.
They did. Rummel starts at its 20, a minute 28 to play. Fields will take the snap. Looking to throw a slant, caught by Francione. That'll be a first down about the 34. Stop the clock to move the chains. So a gain of 14 there. Rummel needs to be on the football and ready to go.
Francione got hurt.
That's going to really hurt Rummel.
His shoulder.
They already have 2 receivers out, and now another that looks like he might be out, and just completely limit your options. I mean, you've basically got Chase and Walker remaining. Yeah, I mean, he had to secure the catch and was going to the ground and took a legal hit as he went down, and now people silence. It looks like Cole Young is going to try to come in the game. He hasn't played, and we haven't seen him basically since week 1 when he got hurt against Gulfport when he suffered that punctured lung.
We know he's quality, though.
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah. But he may have to play now. They're just running out of bodies. Basically, a minute 22 left. Clock stopped for this injury situation. And a 14-yard completion. Francione now with 3 catches for 60 yards.
He's got to come out.
He does. Walks toward the sideline. So now Rummel without a key weapon. They have to go with Cole Young, who lines up in the slot on the right side. Jackson's in the backfield, 1st and 10 from the 34. A minute 22 left. Now they wind the clock. Rummel needs to snap it quick. They do. 3-man rush. They're playing coverage all the way. Fields jittery in the pocket, looks and throws it away. I mean, you got to give it a chance to develop.
Yes. Good defense that time by Brother Martin. Had everybody covered. Everybody covered.
Francione back on the field. That's no surprise. A minute 13 left.
They got to figure out a way to give it to it.
Well, you got to throw a bubble screen, and you got to get blockers and try to do something. They're going to play way off the ball. 2nd and 10. Fields against a 3-man rush again. A lot of time. Throwing deep down the middle. Incomplete. Intended for Renton. Couldn't pull it in. Pretty good throw.
Pretty good throw. He had him.
It's going to be 3rd and 10.
He had him right there.
With a minute 7 left to play.
I don't think he'd have scored, but he'd been down to the 30-yard line to give you 4 shots into the end zone. Didn't happen.
Nope. 3rd and 10 from the 34 with a minute 7 left to play. Twin receivers to either side of the field. 4-man rush this time. Steps up. Rolling left. Has Walker. He sees him and he throws it to him and he caught it at midfield for a first down. Stayed in bounds, but they should stop the clock to move the markers, and they do.
Yeah.
16 yards and a first down. And they got to be on the ball again.
You got to be quick. Right now when it goes down.
You got to know what you have run here and get it going. On 1st and 10 from midfield, the clock is running. They got to snap the ball. Steps up, rolls left. Needs to get out of bounds and does for a 2-yard gain with 44 seconds left. Made the right decision there.
Oh, he didn't do that.
Gains 2.
They can run some kind of route to get the ball down on the 30-yard line, 35-yard line, give him a chance to throw a Hail Mary in the end zone.
2nd and 8 from the 48-yard line with 44 seconds left in the game. Double teaming Chase on the right side, as you might imagine.
Chase, they get open down the middle. There's nobody in the middle of the field.
Just on a slant.
Right
Bad
there.
snap. He figures, and they throw the flag. That's going to cost Rummel 5 yards again. They can't get a playoff.
Nope, cannot get a playoff. He'd have had Chase down the middle.
And it was there. It was
wide open. Chase wasn't open. I'd have given him a shot to give it to him, though.
So this will put it back at the Rummel 47-yard line. 41 seconds left, so they...
Every time. That Rummel has really shocked in foot with not major penalties, just little ding penalties. A lot right there.
It's critical.
Yeah, it is, no doubt.
43 seconds left. It's going to be 2nd down and 13 at the Rummel 47-yard line. Rummel has 2 timeouts left. 3 receivers left and a single to the right. Again, the middle's there. Looking for Chase, going to throw it in a double coverage, no chance, almost intercepted. I mean, that's where the coverage is. You want to throw it to the middle, don't you?
Yeah, right. I mean, that's what it should go in that play. Chase wasn't expecting the ball. I don't think he went running real hard.
So now it's 3rd and 13 at the 47, 36 seconds left.
Because the middle of the field has been wide open. They haven't been playing the safety in the middle. And they played him on a hash mark.
And it looks better by the moment for the Crusaders. 3rd and 13 at the 37. And that is Rummel burn a timeout. I think they did.
Yeah.
They burn a timeout on a dead ball. So now they'll only have 1 left. Again, confusion reigns, and they just need to get it set.
Yeah.
In defense of Rummel, they're missing key offensive linemen. They're missing key receivers.
But they still had opportunities, Kenny.
Well, I'm just talking about the false starts and also the uncertainty there.
I think they got to look to right now is that they have to go away from Chase, okay? They have to go away from Chase right now.
Yeah, I think they're just going to take him out of it.
Right, and just take him out of it. See if they can get Francione or Walker or somebody open in the middle of sidelines where they can run a little bit, maybe break a few tackles, because I don't think they're going to let Chase get open. I just can't see how. They got him out here alone, split out one-on-one, but they got him double covered.
And they will on every play. 3rd and 13 at the 47. Can someone else make a play?
The only chance they got with Chase right now is to hit him if he can get loose down the middle.
I might get the ball to Jackson some kind of way. Brother Martin's blitzing. Field steps up, is hit, and the ball comes out. That's incomplete. So it's going to be 4th down and the last chance for Rummel coming with 31 seconds left.
Because I tell you, he had Chase down the middle that time. He had him. If he'd have got, he might not have scored, but he had opportunity.
By the inability to protect long enough.
Yep.
And it's 4th and 13, last chance for Rummel. Brother Martin 1 play away from a huge win, which would be their 3rd straight win.
And they earned it. If they win this game, they earned it. They deserve it.
No doubt. 4th and 13 from the Rummel 47.
3-man rush. They ought to have time to throw.
Now they're going to rush forward, it appears. They will. Here they come. Steps up. Rolls right. Needs to get rid of the ball. Waves Chase deep. He's going to run the ball. And he looks to have a 1st down. Nope. They say he stepped out of bounds at the 45 and the game's over.
Yeah.
Brother Martin's going to win the game. Field stepped out of bounds at the 45. And the Crusaders are going to win this one. So it's a gain of 8. But Brother Martin's going to win this game. Well, he raced for the 1st down. He had the yardage, but stepped out of bounds, tiptoeing the sideline.
Yep, he stepped out of bounds. The game is over.
Brother Martin just needs to take a knee here to secure a huge win over Rummel. For the 2nd consecutive year, they beat Rummel with a drive in the final minutes. And again, you're accustomed to seeing Rummel defenses being able to get stops in those situations. 2 straight years, they could not do it.
Could not do it. Costing the ball game. And Rummel had a chance offensively a couple of times to get touchdowns. Came up empty-handed.
Brother Martin earned this win because they got all the stops when they needed to defensively.
Right. They did what they had to do when they counted.
So Brother Martin will take a knee and they'll kneel this one out for the win. And there it is. And the Brother Martin Crusaders have defeated the Rummel Raiders here tonight by the score of 21-17 in a thrilling game and a gigantic win for Brother Martin here tonight. And they earned it unquestionably with a beautiful drive when it mattered most in the final minutes of this game. Brother Martin wins it 21-17. And again, Easton, you give all the credit to the Crusaders here.
I give all the credit to Coach Mark Moniz and the staff. You know, they didn't stop Rummel when they had to. You know, Rummel, an unbelievable run by Jackson takes the lead. They got everything going their way. Brother Martin gets the ball on their own 17-yard line. They have to drive 83 yards, and they do just that. Not throwing the ball, running the ball. And so you give credit to Coach Moniz and his fine Brother Martin coaching staff. Again, when your Rummel's going to look at the film, they're going to shoot. They saw where they shot themselves in the foot. Penalties inside the red zone. You get a 5-yard penalty at the 1st and 15. They couldn't score twice from the 2-yard line before the half, which would have made a difference in this football game. So you know, when Rummel looks at the film, give credit to Brother Martin, but they also just shot themselves in the foot and cost them this football game. So a huge win for Brother Martin. Very disheartening loss for the Rummel Raiders with Curtis and St. Aug looming ahead. So, Kenny, it's going to be interesting these next 2 weeks for the Rummel football team.
Well, again, it was a loss to Brother Martin that sent them south last year.
Yep.
And Rummel's got with all due respect to Brother Martin, they've got a much tougher opponent next week in John Curtis, who handled Brother Martin easily 34-0 earlier this year.
You know, but this is a great victory for the Crusaders, and just a terrible loss for the Rummel Raiders. It's a disheartening loss. You go back and look at it, so many opportunities that they had to put this ball game away and didn't take advantage of. You know, it has some people out, Kenny. They still had their chances to win very easily.
No doubt about it. Class win for Brother Martin. Andres is trying to get Jay Roth, so you can take it whenever
guys,
you can.
I'm here with Coach Jay Roth of Archbishop Rummel. So Jay Roth, this is a devastating loss, no doubt. But last year you also lost to Brother Martin 27-22, again with a fourth quarter rush by Brother Martin. So tell me, how is this team going to learn a bit? How is it going to grow in the upcoming games and the upcoming season with this loss?
Well, it can't be for more losses. We've had enough. It ain't going to help us grow, okay? Many red zone opportunities. Didn't take advantage of all of them, and then at the end we got a chance to just get off the field, and we couldn't do it at the end. So everybody takes a hand at it.
And let's talk a little bit about Correll Jackson, your running back. Correll Jackson was the only person to score touchdowns. He did score 2 of them. He played pretty good. Tell me a bit about his play.
He ran well. They had a 5-man box all night. They were going to take away the pass, and he ran well. But evidently we didn't run well enough all game.
And upcoming for you guys is John Curtis at Baby Cake Stadium at 7 o'clock this Friday, which will be on Crescent City Sports. What are you guys looking forward towards that?
What am I, what?
Looking forward towards the game?
Just trying to get a win. I mean, you know, trying to get a win and play well, that's all.
Thank you, Coach.
All right. Okay, thanks, Andres. Appreciate Jay Roth stopping by. Once again, a final here was Brother Martin 21 and Rummel 17. We will take the time out here. Back with more of our post-game show in a moment. This is Rummel Football on WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and through CrescentCitySports.com. Well, it's a big victory for Brother Martin here tonight, 21-17 over Rummel. Ken Trahan with Easton Roth. Take a look at some final numbers before we get to a final break and put a wrap on this. Correll Jackson, as mentioned, he was very good in this game. Rushed for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Raiders. Chandler Fields completed 14 of 27 passes, 250 yards in the game. No touchdowns, no interceptions. Jamar Chase, 7 catches, 109 yards. For Brother Martin, it was Josh Payne Morgan rushing for 77 yards. John Paul Pierce rushed for 67. Pierce completed 10 of 19 passes for 120 yards and a touchdown. And Devon Moore, 3 catches, 60 yards and a touchdown. Brady Faust, 3 catches for 53 yards. Rummel outgains Brother Martin in the game, 438-304, but they lose the game 21-17. Rummel dominated the second half, could not score. When they did, their defense immediately gave it right back.
Okay, you want to sum up this game, you know, when Brother Martin needed the big plays, they made them. When Rummel needed the big plays, they could not perform when they needed to put points on the board. A few little penalties, you know, the 2 biggest plays that stay in my mind, you know, Chase fumbling in the first quarter right at the goal line right there. That'd have been a touchdown. And then when it failed, you know, to get it in with 2 downs from the 2-yard line, those 2 plays right there, I think, were 2 of the bigger plays in this football game. The Rummel defense played extremely well the second half, except on the last drive. Kenny, they let Brother Martin, drive the 83 yards that they needed to get the go-ahead touchdown. But again, that targeting, when it comes down to that targeting play right there, it had been third down and about 7. Gave them a first down. I kind of put a little bit of light to get different play calls in there with the 1st and 10 instead of a 3rd and 7. And I think that was one of the critical plays in this football game. But, any way you look at it, you've got to give all the credit to the Brother Martin Crusaders, their fine coaching staff, Coach Bernice, their leader, for these kids coming in here, knowing that Rummel, if you want to say that was the favorite, yes, Rummel was the favorite only because of the records of these two teams. But give Brother Martin all the credit in the world. They deserve to win this football game. Coach J. Roth and Rummel, they got to regroup now. They got 2 real tough games ahead of them. We're going to see what they're made of, as what they have inside of them. Are they going to call the season? Are they going to come back hard and play with greater pride? So, this last week they easily could have lost against Jensen. They pulled it out. Correll Jackson saved the night with a great run for Rummel's touchdown, giving the lead for the first time all night with about 3 minutes to go. But after that, it was Brother Martin all the way. So, hey, another good Catholic League football game, Mr. Trahan.
No doubt about it. And again, a terrific win for Brother Martin here, 21-17 over Rummel. We'll take a timeout. Back with some final words in a moment. This is Rummel Football on WGSO 990 AM, WGSO.com, and through CrescentCitySports.com. Big win for Brother Martin tonight as they defeat Rummel by the score of 21-17 here at Joe Yanni Stadium. Along with Easton Roth, I'm Ken Trahan. And Easton, final thoughts about what you saw here tonight?
I think my final thoughts. Everybody, you listen to the broadcast, I'm going to repeat myself again. I thought Rummel didn't come out. I thought it came out flat to begin with. They had numerous opportunities to score and really take charge of this football game. Even when they didn't play well in the first half, they still had 2 opportunities to put touchdowns on the board, and they didn't get it either time. And then the second half, they dominated the game. Brother Martin never moved the football until the last 83-yard drive when Rummel's defense had come up with a stop and did not. Gave up big plays. I think it was 6 plays, 83 yards, Kenny.
That's correct. 6 plays, 83 yards. And
that's why they lost the football game. But it's a heartbreaking loss. Rummel did not play extremely well, I thought, from the very beginning. In some spots, of course, had a few passes dropped too, which hurt his throwing. But Rummel had the offense, 400-something yards, which they've had all year long. But they could only get 17 points out of it, and with 438 yards, you'd think you would score at least 30 points with that. They didn't. But that's how the Catholic League goes. You got to be ready to play every week. Rummel wasn't up to its best, but that was caused by a very good Brother Martin High School football team.
I think it's a very good summation. And as always, Easton, a pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. Want to thank Andres Fuentes as well, and want to thank you for being with us. Want to thank Matt and Chip Merritt for a job well done for CrescentCitySports.com. Cartrell in studio for a job well done at WGSO this evening. Once again, our final score was Brother Martin 21 and Rummel 17. Now, this is Ken Trahan saying thanks for joining us and be a good sport. God bless you one and all. We are rounding third and heading home. So long. Okay, Cartrell, thank you, buddy.